Hello everyone, and welcome to whatever this is going to be. It's going to be probably an amalgamation of two things, but we'll see. So first, we're going to be starting with CSI D&D. Woohoo! So last time
We were in a cave.
Yeah, you were locked up, and the other two were
Also locked up.
no, not at the beginning. You were locked up at the beginning of the session, I think. The other two were... Where did they start?
Bar.
Oh, yes, the bar. They found Binks, and they got him to sit down, and he did, even though they tried to charm him to do so, and he realized he was charmed, but he didn't care, and he tried to sit down anyway. And then they just gratuitously kept trying to make him afraid of himself or things that he's afraid of. And he got knocked unconscious, and he would have died if he would not have made his death saving throws. And he did, which he succeeded. And they brought him back to the police station, and they were going to rest. However, I rolled really well on the enemy encounter thing that I have. So, basically the most powerful demon creature that I could possibly summon showed up. And the most powerful one that I was going to use. So, I could have used like a demon lord or something, but I didn't do that. I just used the one that I had access to at the moment. And he basically destroyed Imperos, and he was knocked unconscious. And Abraxas tried to defend the area and hide in various locations and places. And he got some really bad rolls, which resulted in some demon creatures approaching him and literally killing him. But that wasn't the end for Abraxas, because the next thing he was aware of is he woke up in a jail cell where, I think it's Ravelgar for this one.
Yes.
Ravelgar was also locked up, and the rest of the precinct was locked up. And they found out some various things, like they were creating them new bodies and giving them, for whatever reason, it seems as though they were planning on creating a blood pit of some sort. And they wanted the people there to be the blood that was used in this particular pit. So they managed to escape through some clever locating of certain particular things in the room, and they left the area and they spoke with this demon and apparently convinced it that he's the new leader somehow, and Abraxas, to be specific. And they just sort of left the area while the demon was preoccupied with a corpse. And the last thing that happened in the session was, Imperos, you are awake, and you are suddenly... You look around this room. It's a room that is completely empty. You have dark vision, correct?
No.
Imperos? No? Okay, it's pitch black. So,
Yeah,
you see a pitch black...
Before you continue, I have to switch machines. Hooray, what the timing, I know.
Do I have my stuff on me, or am I...
See you soon.
See ya. Yes. I made some rolls, and they didn't locate any of the important items. They just thought that maybe, perhaps, they thought that you were just some random traveling book merchant or something, and you had a book on you, and perhaps some other equipment that
I
they
will
just
cast,
thought was unimportant,
I
and
will
they just
cast
left you with
detect,
your stuff.
I will cast detect magic.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic. You see a lot of stuff. Even though you can't see the room itself because it's too dark and you don't have dark vision, you can see like pretty much all of the room is glowing at this point. There's a bunch of chains, which some are attached to your body, and you see the magical items that you have on you, of course. So you see those glowing. You see the chains on your attached to your ankles glowing. You see a bunch of other chains which are open, just sort of laying on the ground. And you see what looks like a wall with a circle. Um, it appears to be giving off some sort of conjuration magic. Um, but the shackles, they appear to be giving off more of a, I think it's transmutation, but I'm not sure. I might change it.
Okay. Transmutation is for changing the material, typically.
Okay. It's the one that makes things stronger or different.
Yeah, it could be transmutation, like you can
Okay.
transfer the material into something stronger. So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll go with that. It's the closest thing I can come up with at the moment, anyway. So
In that
it
case,
works.
if it's transmutation that just makes it stronger, I will just start teleporting
Okay. Where do you wish to teleport to?
home.
Okay. See, I told them that it was going to be easy for you to get out, where they had to work really hard to get out. Um, so, because those guys didn't have their stuff. You had your stuff because you were still alive, so they didn't create a new body for you. So, and you had all your stuff. They didn't find your stuff. So, yeah, you just open your spell book. Since you have Detect Magic cast, you can actually see the spell book. You can see the words in the spell book. So it makes it a little easier to cast your spell. And you spend the time. If I assume it's instantaneous, right?
No, it takes a minute to cast.
Fair enough. That's not much longer. So you take a minute, you cast it, you're home.
Okay.
There was nothing that impeded you from leaving that area.
Ta-da!
In that case, I will.
Take yet another long rest.
I will just teleport to my basement and stay
Yeah,
there.
you have 1 HP, so
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not
I will
doing
just
great.
teleport to my basement with the dimension door, and I will take a long rest.
Great. Okay. So, this might be a mistake, but I'm gonna let Abraxas control the group that he is currently leading for the moment.
That is definitely gonna be a mistake. He's gonna march the whole fucking band to the nearest bar, and I'm not joking.
Alright. You don't know where you currently are. Currently, you're just in a cave that you do not recognize.
But I did ask the creature for the way out, and he did point us in the direction.
Yes, he did. And you're going in that direction. However, after a while, the path splits into 2 different paths.
Oh shit! What?
You can just choose one if you want. But That's up to you.
Abraxas just turns and looks at the whole crew. So, what do you say, guys? Flip a coin or just walk?
They just look at each other.
I guess we're flipping the
expecting
coin
you
then.
to make a decision.
Guess we're
Go ahead.
flipping the coin then. Okay, so heads, left, tails, right? So heads
Sure.
is 1 and
Sure.
1d2. I guess it's right. Right is right, right? Right? Yeah. Right has to be right.
Sure. Sure. That's how that works. Okay, great. I'm gonna roll a d20, see what happens. Wonderful.
So we're all gonna die.
Continue
now,
walking.
Right?
You have dark vision.
Yes,
so
I do.
You can
60
see.
feet.
So you can
Where's 100?
see.
I can see.
Make a perception
I can
check.
see. I can fight. Oh fuck, that's persuasion. Sorry. I forgot we were all crap at investigating.
Well, you try to convince your surroundings to reveal their secrets to you. However, that doesn't work. And
Stupid
then
surroundings.
you then try just looking instead. And you don't see anything dangerous, so you continue walking, which results in you having to make a dexterity saving throw.
Did I do the thing?
Okay, here's what happens. You just start walking because you don't see anything dangerous, and then suddenly you're falling, and you don't know why.
DC was a 15, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Perfect.
You have one turn to try to discern anything that you wish. However, you are currently falling.
What is life? What is the meaning of it?
I mean,
Why
you
does gravity
can
hurt?
ask that question, and I could possibly give you an answer. If you want. If you're serious about that.
Can I see the bottom, or do I just see blackness?
Make a perception check. So that way you can discern what is currently happening.
I have 60 feet, so...
Yes, I'll take that into account when you make your
16!
perception. Wonderful. You look down.
You don't see the bottom, which means a lot of D10s.
You expect that within your next turn, you're going to be hitting spikes because you can see the tops of them at the edge of your vision.
Fun. So I'm gonna die again, aren't I?
You have full health, so you have a decent chance of surviving.
I have 26. Because you said when I woke up, I had 1 HP, and I immediately figured out the clues and stuff, so we left, and then the few clerics that we had healed me up to 26.
Oh,
we haven't had any rest. Immediately when I spawned, we managed to escape because I was smarter than everybody else.
Okay, great. So, what is your next course of action? You do have a turn before you hit them.
Is it completely barren wall? Is there no roots? Is there no stones that I can, like, any edge that I might catch?
I'll take your perception check into account. There are some misshapen... it kind of looks like they were making a stone wall down here, but then they didn't complete it, so there's just little pieces of stone that you could possibly grab onto if you wish.
Well, I don't have anything on me, so I can't, like, use daggers to stab into the wall, so I'm just gonna have to try to grab the stones then.
All right. I'm gonna get you to make an acrobatics check.
Oh my god. 12.
You fail to grab onto the stones. However, you do have one more chance. Before you hit the spikes, you get to make another dexterity saving throw.
15.
This time you succeed.
So half health. Oh, half damage.
No, you manage to grab onto one of the stones before you hit the spikes. However, you do slam against the wall and take a little bit of damage.
Oh.
Because of your momentum, you just sort of grab onto the stone and you swing and hit the wall. So it's gonna hurt you, but less, substantially less. 6.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, you would have taken quite a bit more.
I still have loads of HP left.
And everybody else just noticed that you vanished, and they're like, Abraxas? They're
So
just
they didn't
looking
hear me
for you.
scream then. They didn't hear me scream.
Did you scream?
Of course who wouldn't scream? Who would start falling into a random black pit and not scream?
Perhaps Abraxas, I thought.
Well, I do it for a Klondike bar, but nothing else.
Either way. So we'll say that they hear the pained noise of you hitting the wall. Because it hurts. And they go, Where are you? They're sort of looking. You look up, you just see what looks like a stone ceiling above you.
Oh fuck, it's another trap. Can I hear them?
Yeah, you can hear them perfectly. Almost as if
So-
you're just a little ways down a corridor from them.
Can I do an extremely bad arcana to see if it's illusion magic?
Sure.
Making a floor?
Sure. You can attempt to.
12. That's actually not that bad with a +1.
You actually see what looks like a faint silhouette behind the supposed stone ceiling, and you can make out what looks like the person directly behind you's face. Sort of just silhouetted behind the stone roof. So you have a feeling that yes, this is in fact an illusion.
Don't move any closer, the floor is lava.
They're just looking, and then the guy that you see the silhouette of just sort of looks down. And he just sort of puts his hand down and realizes it's an illusion.
I start climbing.
Alright. Easily done. It's almost as if there is a stone ladder sticking out of the wall that is purposefully made so that way in case someone fell down here they could get out. So you are lucky. You managed to climb up this ladder of sorts and you get up to the top.
Does anyone of you lot have the spell magic?
They start looking at each other. One just walks forward and snaps his fingers. However, it is a low-level spell, because that's all he has access to. And he's going to try, but it's higher level than what he has access to, so let's see what happens. Yes, he manages to dispel the spell, and you can see that there is clearly a hole in the floor. It only takes up the middle section. There are 2 5-foot spaces on either side of the pit, and you can just sort of walk around if you want.
Okay. Yeah, by the way, do we still have how long does Revogar spell work? The sunbeam or sunlight or
Daylight?
whatever it's called. Daylight, yeah.
It lasts an hour.
Okay, did we use more than an hour before we hit that hole? He cast the spell before we escaped the cell.
I'm gonna say it's getting close to the end of it.
Okay, so people can still see then, so nobody will just fall in that doesn't have dark vision. But then again, it's only Revogar in the group that doesn't have dark vision, isn't it?
Well, there's a couple of humans, but they seem to be smart enough to let the people who can see lead them.
Well, we'll walk around and start walking. If there's traps this way, then there have to be something good at the end, doesn't it?
Perhaps. They could just have made a trapped hallway.
Yeah.
But you can find out.
A trapped hallway to dead end.
Yeah, exactly. It's possible. So you continue forward. I'm gonna need you to make another perception check since you're wary of traps.
An 8. What happens to me
Great.
now?
You get distracted by the walls. I don't know.
Beautiful slick walls.
You start licking one of them to see if it's alcohol, but it's not.
Fuck.
However, you continue forward, and since you're leading the group, it's wonderful because then you're the first one who's going to encounter any traps. So, you step on something, you hear what sounds like a noise for about 5 seconds before it stops.
That can't be good.
You look down, and you see what looks like some sort of arcane outline of some sort of symbol on the floor.
Is it like a circle that I'm standing like in the middle of it?
It's got a circle as part of it, and there's a triangle that cuts off the top little section and 2 side sections of the circle. So it's a triangle that's sort of in the middle and outside of the circle.
Am I in the middle of the circle or just in the beginning?
Your foot is stepping on both the triangle and the circle, and your foot is halfway in and halfway out.
Okay, I take a few steps back.
Alright, you start stepping back, and as you do so, something begins to emerge from the ground.
That can't be good.
Okay, great. I get to do some stuff.
Is there any rocks beside me so I could use as a blunt weapon?
You can try to look for them on your next turn, because unfortunately you just sort of backed off the trap and allowed the thing to enter. So, let's see. Okay, I have some good options here. But which option am I going to use?
Well, just by the way, could I have used uncanny dodge when I hit the wall? Or is that just in combat?
Does uncanny dodge just have it?
It's a reaction, so you can use it whenever.
Yes, but what does uncanny dodge specifically do? Does it
halves the damage from a target he can see attacking him, or anything he can see attacking him.
Okay,
well, then
so
technically it was a wall that hit you because you ran into it. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to say no on that one.
Could he see the wall that was hitting him?
He could see the wall, but the thing is...
Yeah, I'm asking just in general. I'm not asking to get 3 hit points back, because I should have mentioned it when it happened.
Yeah. If it's an inanimate object and you're just sort of running into it, unfortunately, I don't think you can.
It's any like attacks, so as long as you could see the wall.
Well, it was falling damage, so it wasn't technically an attack is the problem.
Oh, okay. If it was falling damage, then no.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be the only reason I would say no in that instance. Either way, we got a creature for you. Let me just read the rules here on how this thing works. Okay. So I'm just gonna read up on this thing because I'm not entirely sure how the mechanics of this thing works. So just gonna double check. Okay. Doesn't really say. I'm trying to get an appearance for you. Just give me a second. Let's see.
Yeah, by the way, while he's doing that, Benjamin, what should my AC be? Because I don't have my armor on.
It should be 10 plus your dex modifier.
So 15.
Okay, I guess that's actually just what it looks like. Okay, great. So you see, emerging from the pit, or the symbol, a yellowish, weird, goopy thing with one eyeball in the middle of this weird goop. And it just sort of comes up and just sort of sloughs onto the ground. And it's looking directly at you. I forgot to roll initiative. That was necessary, so let's do that now.
Where is my token?
Oh, is Geo back?
Good. That's good because he's the only one with a damn weapon.
Yes, I'm back.
Well, he
Geo.
walked you into a trap with a creature. Well, first he walked himself into a trap and then prevented everyone else from falling into it, and then he walked into another trap.
Hey, 0 in perception, boy.
So you can roll initiative.
A 24.
14.
Okay, this creature has her dex 2. Cool. 15.
Oh boy, it's faster than me.
At this moment. Okay, great. So, I don't know if you heard my description or not, so I'm gonna go again.
You hear something about eyeball?
Okay, we'll get to that. Abraxas is just sort of leading you guys down the hallway because he can see and you can't. You're just sort of hanging back. Your daylight has run out by this time.
Oh boy.
And here's what you see. You see approximately 20 to 30 feet ahead of you. You see what looks. You hear this weird noise for approximately 5 seconds, and you see this glowing shape appear on the floor, and you see Abraxas just sort of back away, and this weird yellowish goop appear in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the symbol. And it has one eyeball in the middle of the goop, and it's looking directly at Abraxas.
Well, time to smash.
Who's
Alright.
watching television?
Okay, let me try that. Television sound died or what? I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it's a little quieter, but
Okay, yeah, then that's really bad. I don't really have control on it.
okay, that's fine. All right. So, Abraxas, it's your turn. You see the thing.
Can I make a perception roll to see if I can find a rock or a stick that I can poke it with?
All right, make an investigation check of your immediate area.
Investigation. Well, I have a +1 on that, so that's gonna be good.
Well, it's
Yeah.
better than perception. Here's what I'm gonna do, Geo. I'm gonna mute you unless you're talking.
I am muted.
What?
Okay, great. Because it was making a lot of noise. Anyway, that's okay. Yeah, here's what you see. You see a large rock. It's considered a two-handed weapon.
There we go. For some reason, your mic didn't mute, Geo.
Okay, how about now? Because I just something. Because apparently, I was using my webcam mic.
Yeah, that
Now
is better.
Now the TV sound is gone.
Yeah, that's better.
Thank the gods.
Okay, great. So, yeah, the weapon is considered unproficient by you because it is considered an improvised weapon, which you are not proficient in.
Mm-hmm.
And
So I get disadvantage on hitting?
No, you just lose your proficiency roll. Like, the proficiency number, you just lose that from your attack rolls.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you add, like, for example, a mace, then you have strength +0 and then plus proficiency. If you just click uncheck the box, then you remove your proficiency modifier
Okay,
for the
so I
weapon.
will only get a +5 on hitting stuff, not a +9, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is... I'm gonna give it to you that it's not based on strength. So, consider yourself lucky. And it is a D4. That's all you get.
At least I found a rock I liked. I'm gonna punch it in the eye.
It is considered a two-handed weapon, so you're holding it with two hands. So you just sort of go with it.
Okay.
Alright, so you can swing at it.
Swing, better.
You wretched creature.
Alright, with a 12, let me just double check its armor class. That misses, unfortunately.
Fuck.
As it just sort of goops out of the way.
To the right, to the right.
Well, in that
It
case,
just looks like a goop.
In that case, I'm gonna disengage and I'm gonna let Revogar handle this.
That is a fair thing to do.
Yeah, there's a tiny
Considering
problem.
you can't
You have a
even
mace.
use... Yeah, you do. You have a mace.
Yeah, and I have no armor.
Yeah.
But you have a mace. He has a rock.
I have a rock and no armor. You have a mace and no armor.
And somehow
Yeah.
my AC is still 16.
Either way, so it moved out of the way and you disengaged. Considering you have no bonus action that you can take anyway, because you can't attack with your offhand because you're holding a two-handed weapon. So you just sort of back off. Just a second.
Okay, correction. I found out my AC is 13.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. My AC
So-
is 15.
Tim is here. He's just joining. But we're going to try to finish this fight. Probably
Okay.
won't take long, but considering you have no weapons, we'll see. In armor and
Well,
all that.
we have a lot of mages behind us, at least.
They can try
hopefully.
to do something. We'll see. So it is currently the enemy turn. As soon as it appears, it gets to do what? Yeah, it's just gonna stay as it is for now. Actually, that's not a smart idea. So that's what it's gonna change. Suddenly, it becomes what looks like this weird yellow goop, just sort of, and changes into what looks like a giant spider. And it begins to approach the closest thing to it. So, Abraxas, you moved behind Rivalgar, and everybody else is behind him. So,
Bugger.
Rivalgar, this creature
At least they are full HP.
approaches. Alright, what do I need to roll? +6. Okay. +6 to hit. 22.
Nah, that wouldn't hit in ages. Of course it bloody hits.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna do 1d6 plus 2 poison. Or piercing. I said the wrong word first. So that's the piercing, and it does 6d6 poison damage.
Does it make a con save or something?
Nope.
Okay, well, ouch.
Yeah, this creature is powerful. No con save. So 4 plus 21, which is 25.
It just took off 1/4 of my health.
As it just... luckily, it only gets one attack. I think? No, it gets to make 2.
Oh, took 1/3 of my health.
I read
You're
it
so
wrong.
screwed.
I thought there was no multi-attack, but there is. So, +6.
Fireball
It rolls
barrage.
a natural
Go.
1. Okay.
Oh god, no,
So,
that hits me. Oh god, no, of course not.
okay, so it tries to bite at you for the second time and instead bites into the stone floor and has to wrench its fang-like appendages on the front of its body before...
Does it take damage from biting the floor?
let's see.
It chips it too. Oh no.
Well, it's a natural 1, so
Yeah, I'm gonna make it take damage. I'm gonna roll a d8. Take 6 damage.
Let's see if
Right.
we can smash the spider.
Alright, it's your turn.
squish. We're gonna need a bigger boot.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, that misses.
Oh,
You don't have
It's
multi-attack by any chance, do you?
yes,
AC isn't that
Well-
high, but it's low. Unfortunately.
well, let me cast one more trick I have up my sleeve. Spiritual weapon his ass.
Okay, just for Tim's sake, we're doing a side story, and I'm just gonna finish this fight, and then we'll switch. So, All right, spiritual weapon, 17 hits.
Nope. Let's use a level 2. That is 5.
5, but it's force damage, so it's good
Yeah.
damage. I'm imagining that your spiritual weapon is made of a big boot.
No, sadly enough, it's not a big boot for you. It's just a
Oh
bloody.
fuck yeah, that's magical weapon you can choose.
Yeah, it's a great sword.
Of course it is. So, on turn initiative 0, your allies are looking at this thing, and a couple of the mages are walking up behind Ravogar, and they're focusing something. You don't know what, but it's going to take multiple turns.
Oh, come on.
Tickle spell.
Abraxas.
Oh.
Of course, it's gonna take multiple turns. I'm gonna
You
walk
guys are
up
the
again.
heroes. These guys are the weak guys. They're weak.
I'm gonna walk up again and try hit it with the stone.
Fair enough.
18 to hit,
That hits.
and that's 1d4, right?
Yes.
Do I get
Plus
any plus,
nothing.
like from
Plus nothing. It's just a
Plus
D4. It's a
nothing.
rock.
Hey! Fuck yeah! And I'm gonna disengage. But wait a minute. Do I get sneak attack on it? Since Revogar is close to it.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
you do.
So that's 5 more d6, which is actually quite a lot.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
that's the good part of having sneak attack. You can use pretty much any weapon and get it still. Including
on.
improvised weapons, which are really weak.
That's 23 damage. So that is 27 total.
Yeah, that's why you get sneak attack. That's what it's good for.
Fuck
So-
yeah, and I'm gonna disengage and walk behind Revogar again.
Don't
Fair
leave
enough.
me.
I'm not leaving you, I'm right behind you.
Oh, fuck you.
Alright. The creature. Great.
It was close, not by Ravagar, but by the guy behind him.
It's near death.
It's not happy that the one that it wants to hit, it keeps walking behind.
Haha.
So it is going to cast Dominate Person. So
That's not very nice of it.
I'm gonna look that up, but I think it's a Wisdom save. If I'm
Please say that it's an
save.
intelligence save. Please say it's an intelligence save.
I'm pretty sure it's a Wisdom.
Yeah, it's a wisdom.
Yeah, pretty sure it's a wisdom too.
And the creature controls his actions completely.
Okay, dominate person. That is because I just
It is
quickly
a-
roll.
It is
It's
a
up
wonderful
to you.
spell, is what it is.
It's a level 5 spell, because, okay, I rolled it up for you so that you don't have to look it up all the way.
Yeah, it's a Wisdom save.
What the hell?
Oh.
Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. What? It only lasts for a minute? Oh, 8 hours. There we go. It's a 6th level spell. It
5th.
lasts for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yes, if it casts it at 6th level, which it cannot. It can only cast it at its minimum level.
5th level.
So how long does it last?
Minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. So that's 10 turns, right?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
fail the save, that is.
I'm gonna fail the save. I have 0 in wisdom. Save.
So do I, so don't fill my ass.
Well, the problem
Okay.
is that if it makes me attack you or any of the mages, I get sneak attack because they're close to each other. I still have my rock.
Make the save then, damn it.
Should I just roll a wisdom saving throw, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you make it with a +3. Which doesn't matter at all. Wait. Wait.
My
What
wisdom
was
is 0.
I'm level 10. Hold on. I thought it was something special because I'm level 10 paladin. That something special got added to it. Hold on, let me just double check this just to be sure. Level 10. Yeah.
Let me just say, if it's not a +10 to his
Nope.
roll, then he's
Doesn't-
nowhere near.
Doesn't even bother.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna guess that evasion won't make me be able to dodge the damn thing.
no,
No.
because that's for AOE attacks, unfortunately.
Okay.
So now, Abraxas, you hear a voice saying, "Come here." So that's
Okay.
what you have to do on your next turn. You have to move towards
I
it.
come there.
So you have to move over, but he didn't say anything else, so you can smash.
That's
Can
true.
you
That's
just
the
do it in your
only.
pants? Just a
So I
quick
can-
shot, and then you fulfilled it, right?
Unfortunately, he knows what it meant, and that's
Yes.
not what it meant.
So let's go.
Ravogar, you see that a magical effect just take place on one of your allies.
That's a 10.
No.
You have a +7 to hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
19.
He's just rolling really crappy.
Really
That's the
damn
problem.
poor.
That's a 19.
Ah, too bad.
Yeah,
Smite the
19 hits.
fucker! Smite it to death!
I am.
Smite it to death!
Alright, for
Please,
4
Senpai.
damage.
Oh no. Is it dead by any chance?
No.
Oh,
It's not even bloodied.
that's 13.
Nope, not yet.
I'm not done yet. I have a spiritual weapon to the rescue. 13.
I think Geo light out.
Yeah, I did. Did a 13
Yeah,
hit?
No, but his camera is the same. He froze.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, he
Oh
froze.
no.
Yeah.
Is he frozen?
There we
Has
go.
he
He's
got
back.
to go?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, 13. Does it hit?
13 does not because you need a 15 to hit.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm pretty much doomed. Oh no.
Alright, Abraxas, you have been
So-
given an order. You
So
are
what
to
you're
move.
saying that I can actually move over to it and then attack it?
Yes.
You can move over to it.
No, you can't attack You can't attack a target that's charmed.
You are considered charmed, which means that you consider him an ally, or the
Oh.
spider an ally.
Dominate person is such high level that he basically decides what you do. So it's up to the creature to pick everything.
Okay,
Well,
so
the
I just
creature can order him to kill him if it wanted to. But it didn't order him to do that. So you consider him an ally, which is what
Well,
charmed does. So
I'm
he
just
wants you to
walking
move
over
up.
then and standing there like an idiot.
Unfortunately, that's how it works.
Yeah,
Alright.
but I'm doing that. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not gonna attack Rubber Guard or something.
Yep, he hasn't ordered you to do that, so that's fine. On his turn,
You
he.
can also drop your rock if you want to.
I still have the rock I like.
You don't have to. He hasn't told you to disarm, so it doesn't disarm you.
You literally have 20 hit points. That's it.
Yep.
Boy,
I
you're
had one
dead.
I had 1 HP when we woke up, and you guys healed me up to 26, and I lost 6 HP from falling down a pit
Oh.
Yeah.
because of my amazing perception checks. I could have died. I managed to save myself from dying.
Yeah, here's what it's gonna do. It's just gonna stomp its foot on the ground, and you are going to start getting absorbed into the portal that is on the floor.
Me.
Wait, what?
Yes, Abraxas.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, Ravagare.
Oh.
Again? Wait, then the mages behind me, didn't they do anything?
They're charging their spell. It's going to take multiple turns.
I'm gonna smash again.
And then you see when they finally get the damn spell off, it's a 1d6 damage.
14, no. 26.
Finally.
Why couldn't you gotten a 27?
Oh, thank God.
Okay, let me just, No, it is not at half hit points yet. So it is not
I'm
bloodied.
not done yet, not done yet.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon, go. 20.
Sure.
No, it's
That-
bloodied.
Well, let's
17
see.
plus 7 is 24 plus 5 is 29 damage in one round. In this round.
Yes, it is now considered bloodied.
It
Excellent.
boggles my mind that I can do more damage with a rock than you can do with a damn mace.
It's true. He can
That's-
literally improvise any weapon and it would be stronger than any weapon pretty much that you can wield. Which is sad.
That's fucking
You
busted.
Okay, I'm not going to double check it because you're making me curious about it.
5d6 on sneak. I'm level 10.
Yeah, that's not the thing. I mean, how sneak attack works.
Yeah, he can get sneak attack as long as the attack hits.
Yeah, I know
And he
that,
has
but
allies nearby. It doesn't matter what he's attacking with.
Yeah, it does. It has to be dex based, but that's it.
yeah,
Yeah, it
no,
has to be a dex
no,
based.
no.
Well, it has to be finesse, which isn't all dex weapons, but
Finesse
still,
or ranged.
yeah. And it's a finesse rock. I mean, what else do you
It's
want?
a very, very finesse rock. It's smooth.
Yeah, I'm letting it go.
Yeah.
Plus,
So
some
don't-
improvised weapons can be finesse. It depends on what you're improvising with.
Very
A club.
finessed rock. A very finessed club.
A club of
Either
finesse,
way.
but yeah.
The club of finesse.
Yes, an enchanted weapon. The small stone of finesse.
It's worth millions.
It's very-
Yeah. Abraxas. The
Yes.
order it would have given you on its turn, but I forgot to do, is just stand there. So that's what
Okay.
you do.
Just slobbering a little bit.
Alright. This spider is looking to attack. And there's only one target in front of it. That
Two,
seems the most
technically.
threatening. Well, there's a target, but he doesn't care about that one. And I'm
Well, if
calling it a male
then I
spider,
do an
even though it's...
wisdom saving throw, doesn't it? But doesn't he have to? Isn't the dominant person a concentration spell?
It is. Yeah.
It is.
Oh, I
So
forgot
so-
about that.
it needs to make
Okay,
2 saves
great.
already.
Sure. I'll do that. Because I'll go back to Abraxas' turn. If it fails. What is its positive on concentration?
Just
Concentration
so
is
you
just
Con.
know.
con, right?
Yeah, con saving
Yes.
throw.
Okay.
So the highest. Oh god! I made an ugly one for you.
Okay, so
The second attack is a D12. He needs to make DC
Alright.
12.
so
Nope,
that's
that
the
makes
first
it.
one.
That makes it.
That definitely fails it.
And the one that hit for 5 is the...
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Well, can roll super crappy, but it did and still made it.
All right. So it is still concentrating.
Maybe it's a super slow portal.
You're
Takes like
You're
50
about-
turns before I.
You're 1/4 of the way in the portal, is what I'm saying.
That's super slow.
Okay, so the enemy is gonna attack.
Eek.
2 + 6 attacks. 13, which misses.
Hooray! Hooray!
And 9, which misses. You're keeping this spider in front of you, and it's not hitting you.
Is the
Managing to
is
hold
the
it
mages
off.
fucking done yet?
No, they are
Okay,
not.
23 hits again.
That's another wisdom saving throw or whatever it's called.
Off, drum roll.
Called save.
14 plus 12 is 26, so that's a 13. And then again, I can do word the spiritual weapon.
Yes, you can.
That
18
hits.
hits.
That's 11.
Which of
It's-
5?
It is taking a lot of damage.
No, that's just a 10, because the highest, it's either 10 or the highest, or the
Okay. I thought it
damage
was
half.
just half.
It's either 10 or the highest, or damage halved. So which one is higher? So
Okay.
damage halved of the first one
So
that hits.
you have to
is
beat a 10 and a 13, right? Or 12?
Yes, a 13 and a 10.
Whoops, I
Yay!
didn't put the
Yeah,
modifier on.
It doesn't make it either way.
I know that it wouldn't, but I'm gonna roll again because I didn't have my modifier on. So that's 4.
he really wants me gone.
I rolled a natural 1 again, so it was meant to
Whoa!
be.
What the hell is the odds of that?
It was meant to be. So
Avrexus, you're free. You're a quarter into this portal thing.
yeah, your mind is now yours, and you realize you're now being sucked into a different dimension
Cool.
as it becomes your turn.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there will be alcohol in this dimension?
You can attempt to look in, but that might be dangerous. You're not sure. If you attempt to look in, you might get sucked in. So you're not sure how that'll work. You can make an Arcana check to confirm, or you can just do it, or you can just not do it. It's up to you.
Do I have to use any kind of action to move out of the portal?
That's just considered part of your movement.
Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna hit the bastard in the face with a rock.
Fair enough.
20 plus FUMF, which, what the hell? Oh, S, one S20.
S.
One S20.
That's wrong.
It misses, so I'm just gonna disengage and move away.
Okay. Yeah,
While I'm flipping in the bird.
your feet just step onto the solid ground, which is about like a couple inches up from where you were. And you run away. Great. And the creature just sort of roars with this giant spider-like roar. As you start walking away.
It needs more clubbing.
Alright, so it's its turn. It's not happy, but it's gonna hit the guy that's in front, because that's all it can do.
Oh no.
Or try to. 23!
Ouch.
And a
a
natural
natural
1
one.
again. Okay, let's roll the damage for that 23. It was 1d6 plus 2.
Please be gentle.
Piercing.
Ooh, that's not
Max.
gentle at all.
No.
With 66 poison damage. 21 plus 8.
So
Which is
29.
29.
Hold on, 29. Hold on. Oh god. Oh god,
You're
no.
down.
Oh god, no, it's worse.
Well,
What's worse?
29 is not your max HP. You can't be dead.
No, I'm at 15.
Okay.
That's not worse than down.
Yeah, you're fine.
Fine.
Yeah, I will show him how fine I am. Next turn.
You're just like the Black Knight and Monty Python. It's just a boss scratch. It's just a scratch.
Yeah, I'm gonna dent this scratch out next turn.
Which is now. Are the bloody mages done with their damn spell yet?
It has to get to initiative 0 for them to continue their spells, so no. Ravogar.
I just flip a whole lot of damage to the finger and say I have 60 hit points again. 65 hit points cast Lay on Hands.
Cool. So, you have hit points. And it just looks at you, and you hear a voice in your mind saying, I can do that damage in one attack.
Well, if you live long enough. Slice.
Alright, 17 hits.
Mages be done, please.
Alright, it is their turn. And here's what happens.
A giant boot appears in the air and squishes the damn spider.
No. They start focusing towards the portal, and the portal starts sucking the creature in. And it's like... And it's trying to grip onto the ground. However, it is Abraxas' turn. You can try to kill it before it gets sucked into the portal, if you wish.
It's just trying to rip at the ground.
It's trying to prevent itself from being sucked into the portal.
Knock it into the portal, damn it.
I'm gonna throw my rock.
Kill it.
I'm gonna throw my rock in its face.
That is considered a ranged one, so it would also get sneak attack if it hits.
So how do I roll that?
Don't throw it. Just smash it in the face with the fist. You have the rock of finesse. That's worth millions.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna smash it in the face with a rock.
15 hits.
It hit. Yay! It hit. So that's.
All right, roll
we're
your
gonna
damage.
do the boring one first, which is the 1s4, which is a 3, and then we're gonna do the 5s6.
You and your S6 is 5d6.
Oh, that's actually pretty damn bad. 16.
Yeah.
It's also +5 for modifier dex.
Oh.
It's an improvised weapon.
Yeah, it should still give damage. It always adds your modifier, either strength or dex.
Well, so 21 then. I didn't do that on the last roll, but that doesn't matter.
That's okay.
Anymore.
That's okay. Because even with the that plus damage, you just barely kill the creature as it gets sucked back into the portal. So you just smash its little head with the eyes on the front of its huge body, and it just sort of goes.
I'm gonna add this rock of finesse in my inventory.
Yeah, and I'm gonna grab you by the shoulder and say, "I can see in the dark."
I can see in the dark too.
I can't see in the dark.
You can't. Good job. No. Good for you.
The only reason he could see during that fight is because the portal was glowing.
Yeah, so I'm literally holding on to you for, well, guidance.
Alright.
Yeah, that's very good with my damn good perception.
And unfortunately, that's where we're going to cut that one off, and we're going to go switch back to the main Devouring Dark campaign.
The main event.
So,
how do you write finesse?
VENS VE
Finesse. You write finesse with a V.
Yes.
F.
Really?
Hello,
No.
F.
Finesse. Finesse.
I'm thinking of another word. FENINE.
He's got it in
Thank
the
you.
roll
Thank
20.
you. Somebody just added it in Roll20 and did it the easy way, so I can just copy paste it instead of trying to learn an idiot how to write English.
My brain was being dumb.
It's okay. I probably couldn't have told you how to spell it off the top of my head. But I would have guessed an F. Not a V. But that's okay.
Okay, something wrong just happened when I added my rock of finesse. Apparently I have a plus 14 in the attack hit. What? How the fuck did that happen?
Either way, you can fix that
Fuck it.
later.
I'm not gonna play this character anyways.
Um,
Yeah, plus
So-
fucking 40. Nice.
it's the best rock. Anyway,
Best rock ever.
so
Worth millions.
last time, you guys,
If I recall, it was my turn when we left.
yes, it was. But
He's had many
before
weeks to
we
think
get to
about
that,
a plan.
I'm just gonna refresh your memories on what happened. You guys went to a flaming library, and the main enemy that was at the library got banished. So that was fun. And there was fire elementals. That was fun too. And the fire elementals got defeated, and you had your large elemental beast of a puppy that apparently Explo has taken a liking to, and you guys decided to go and look for other things, other helpful items in a butchery shop, because that's what they were looking for. And you found the butchery shop. You grabbed some meat, put some meat back, because your characters found some information that led them to believe that possibly this meat is not good for humanoid consumption. Either way, some people ate of it and they aren't sick yet, so we'll have to wait and see if anything happens in regard to that. You guys went down in a basement, and there was a very evil creature in there, and it currently has control of one of your companions,
Uh-oh.
which
It's me.
is pretty fun. So where we left off is the group. Yeah, you fixed it.
I fixed it.
Huzzah.
I got a fucking natural 1.
Yeah. That's a sneak attack. So you got a couple natural ones there. Either way. So Explo's current goal while being controlled is to get the contract, which he knows what it looks like because the weird demon pig gave him a mental image of what it looks like, so he can potentially grab it from your bag of holding. And he is desperately trying to get it from you because that's what the pig is controlling him to do. So that's where we're at. Everybody else, Lily is currently unconscious. That was the only other thing. That actually comatose. So we were gonna wait and see what happened with that, but we'll have
Are
to
we
see.
rolling new initiative, or did you keep track of it? Or
I didn't keep track of it, so I guess we're gonna have to roll new.
But it's still my turn.
Yes, we'll skip to your turn. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
So we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh boy. That'd be just fine.
13! Whee!
Let's see if I can outdo you. I don't know, so.
Sorry about that.
So first, I click one of the like images that's underneath images, right?
Yeah, you have
So
to
I select my.
your token somewhere on the map.
They're at the very bottom in the middle-ish. There's a lot of tokens there, but I don't know
Yeah.
if your token is there.
We have a
It's one
literal
of the banks, the blue people. Just click one of them.
He's part of the Blue Man group.
Blue Man Group.
No, the issue is I'm on the on my tablet with the app, and it doesn't really give
Yeah,
me
just
the
roll
option
your
to open
initiative
up.
and I'll add it.
I just added a turn for. Oh, it is Lucius. Cool. The one that I got was Lucius.
Okay, which one is it? Ping it.
It's this one.
Well, yes,
So do I still need to roll initiative?
No, you have. Did you roll? No, that was Deagle. Okay, yeah, roll your initiative and I'll put it in.
Deagle, the badass. No, seriously,
Right,
he's killer in the campaign I'm running with another few people. Seriously, he keeps making the final kills each and every time.
Well, it's too bad you're not. Are you playing with XP?
Yes,
Well, in that case, then it's very good.
like final kill, final kill, final
How
kill.
does that actually work? Do you get all the XP, or does the XP get shared by all the people
Shared.
actually affected? It gets shared, okay.
Yeah, but the DM is like, because you made the final kill, you get a little bit more.
Okay, nice.
Alright.
Well, I think that's fair,
So,
actually.
as the initiative fell, it is Howler's turn first.
Okay, so how far away was I from the drain? So
From the what, sorry?
How far away was I from the drain? Like the drain where the blood swooped out?
Oh, yes. You are currently approximately 30 feet.
Because I will disengage and I will move so I'm right in front of it. Or right over it.
Okay. Sure.
And then I will let Lucius, because he's not charmed, I will let him know that it might take a bit longer than expected. So if you would just live for a few minutes, and I will drink my potion of water elemental, and I will sink down into the drain.
He, earlier in the campaign, he obtained a potion of water elemental, which if you drink it, you just turn into a water elemental for a while. So, that's what he did. He drank it, he turned into a water elemental and went down the drain.
Fucking hell, man.
That's bad.
Alright. Lucius. You witnessed that happen.
So do we have a clear enemy like in front of us?
Yes.
The demon pig.
And me, I suppose, but I've been charged with doing anything I can to get the contract, so I will only follow Grand Admiral Howler of the Sea Aqua Sea. Of the Aquanian Sea.
There is
Aquan Sea.
our son, but he's running away. So you're the only one there currently that's on our
I
side.
don't have a contract in my bag of holding.
Hmm?
No, I didn't say that.
I don't have the
said you
contract.
were running. I said you were running away, so he's the only one there on our side.
Actually, Edo-san was coming down the ladder to see what was happening.
Yeah,
He doesn't know what's happening.
And then I think I said he was leaving after he figured out what was happening, if I remember correctly.
I don't. I don't remember that, but that may have happened.
Me neither. So
I'm going to cast
I will see.
Phantasmal Force.
Is this the one where they see the thing they most fear?
Yeah.
Okay. He needs to make
Creative
a
illusion.
what? Sorry?
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
What is the spell that I am
wrong.
under, by the way? Is it Dominate Person?
Sorry?
Might be an effect.
You're under a similar effect to Dominate Person, but it's basically enslavement, so he doesn't have to concentrate on it at all.
Okay, so it's not a concentration spell.
No.
Okay. How long does it last?
Okay.
It lasts until he decides you are no longer useful or wants to get rid of it.
And then I want you to realize that artificers are the ones with intelligence saving throw proficiency.
Okay. Sure. I'll remember that for later. However, it is the pig's turn to make a intelligence save. 17.
Shit.
Oh, I thought it was for Explo.
No.
God damn.
Just sort of makes a noise towards you. And it's now looking at you, not very happy.
Can I make a move action?
Yes, you can do anything else that your turn has. Yes.
I will move 45 feet. Running away. I am running away.
Perfect. Explo. Unfortunately, its last order was to get the thing, so you're going after the water elemental.
Yeah, I'm running over to the grate. Can I take the grate off, or how big is it? Can I maybe jump after him?
You can't fit through the grating, so you would have to remove it if that were possible. However, you examine the grating, and it seems to be built into the floor.
Bomb charges.
Okay.
Is it made of steel or is it made of wood? That's a stupid question.
Grab my kid from the bus. I'll be back.
It's made of iron.
Made of iron, so that's gonna be an acid grenade for that one.
Alright, it can't dodge, so it takes 16 siege damage, which
is double.
Destroys it. No, it takes that as damage, which is considered siege damage because it's attacking a metal object.
Okay.
So 16 damage.
Well, that is my turn, even if I can jump or anything, because that was my action, and I used my movement to get over to the grate.
Yeah.
So next, one initiative. But is the hole big enough for me to jump after him, though?
After that, yes.
Okay.
You're not very big, so it made a hole big enough for you to get in. Alright. Ado-san. I'm going to say that you know what's going on now. You can see that there's a weird demonic pig thing that's squealing and running around.
Just sigh in frustration and say, another thing to kill. 18.
Right. 18 hits it.
Whoa.
Cluck, cluck. That's 40 damage in one shot.
Yup. Okay, great. It is now the enemy's turn. And luckily, he can only enslave one person at a time. Because that's how his species works. So, he sees no reason to not continue to use the one that he has. So, what he's going to do is...
Question, how high is the ladder?
Oh, the ladder is like... It's a 90-foot tall ladder.
Good, I'm up 60 feet.
Yes, because you can do that. So... His plan is to then... This one's hard. He's going to examine his surroundings and see what choice he is the best choice to make.
There is a grate there that's open. He can escape through.
I think
Nope.
the pig is bigger than me.
That's why.
He gets stuck.
Duh.
Okay, here's his plan. However, no one else can hear it communicate except for Explo
Me.
at the moment. So you guys can't use this information to make your decision, unfortunately, because Explo's not going to tell you this. It says, "Seems we have no choice. Cut off my head."
What?
Yeah, that's its next order.
Okay.
All right,
So
Howler.
can I? Yeah, I can use the grower.
You are still a water elemental. You're in a pipe.
You're muted.
Yeah.
I will continue to swim down this pipe.
All right. And the pipe, it seems to be going down. So you're not sure where it's going to end up, but you continue.
Okay, if I go to 90 feet, do I find out where it's leads?
Well, just think about it. We're on a city of clouds. Why wouldn't all the drainage pipes just go straight down and through the clouds and into nothingness?
That is a good point that he doesn't know. So, you go 90 feet, but you're not at the end. You're not at the end.
Okay, if I swim another 90.
Okay, wonderful. So, you get to the end of the pipe at about 30, and all you see is a black void below you.
Okay. So I will
Wait.
swim down this, right?
Black? Black
Yes.
void?
Yes, it's black because it's infinite abyss. That's what's under the plane of air.
Okay,
It's
just
an
double
infinite
checking.
abyss. Yeah. You can fall for thousands of years and never reach the bottom.
Yeah.
So you see this, however, you do see the clouds, like you can sort of crane your head out because you're a water elemental, and you see that there are clouds next to the end of this drainage pipe that you could potentially try to grab onto as a water elemental if you want.
No, I think I will just turn around. Is there a bunch of blood or anything in this pipe anywhere?
Yeah, most of the liquid in this pipe is liquid fecal matter, liquid other waste, and blood. Yes.
Yes, I will attempt to just hide to make myself look as just plain water at the end of the tunnel.
Sure.
Did I
Make it yours.
I just have to change my dex to fit the water elemental, so it's a bit lower.
All right.
How long does that potion last? That is my question.
It lasts as long as a summon elemental spell.
So quite long.
So an hour?
Yeah, quite long.
Hour?
Yeah, so quite a while.
You'll find out.
All right. Lucius.
Okay.
It is your turn, Lucius.
Sweet. Is it chasing after me?
It's just looking at Explo for some reason. You're not sure why.
How far away is he from me?
He's approximately
Just about
40 feet.
Kill it.
I'm gonna try to hit with Phantasmal Force one more time.
Okay,
Spell's
that's
good
an
at some
intelligence save, which it was a +5 last time, I think. So, nat 20.
Ooh. So fail.
And I will move another 45 feet running away.
Fair enough. All right, Explo.
How far away am I from the pig?
You are within 5 feet, because it sort of just stood there and looked at you.
Okay.
And it wants you to cut off its head.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use the grower. I'm gonna hit it to cut off its head.
Alright,
So
it
I'm
does not
guessing
attempt to dodge you, so just
so,
roll damage.
Bazinga!
Alright? And you do triple damage, because it is a willing target of the damage. So you deal 30.
30.
Alright, it is considered bloodied at this point. Edo-san, you see X-Blow suddenly just strike at the creature. Perhaps he is no longer charmed.
Still gonna murder it.
Fair enough.
Murder.
Alright, it is not taking this damage willingly, so unfortunately it's not triple damage for you. For some
That's
reason it
28.
wants him specifically to kill it. Alright, he takes that damage. And he says,
Hold on.
yeah, I'll let you take the rest of your turn. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I still have something up my sleeve because I'm not done with this piggy yet. Nope, that's actually it. Damn it.
Okay, great. So as I expected. So
You're out of stuff that you have in your sleeve. You have to.
I
You have to
tons
make
of
new
stuff
ones.
up-
You have to make
I have-
new stuff.
I have a deck up my sleeve. Oh wait, the deck is gone. Never mind.
I've already used my damn deck.
Yeah, I thought I could use a pose action to cast Firebolt, but nope, it's an action.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it? However, the pig orders you to continue your order, as well as saying, I will be back for you. Prepare for my arrival.
Which means the damn spell will last forever. Nice.
So, he's ready to go long term on this one.
Yes, master.
So, he's ordering you to kill it. So, Howler, you're still hidden. Unless if you
Yeah.
want to do something else.
Well, I will stealthily start swimming up to the entrance to see what's going on.
Fair enough. So, since you're stealthily moving, you're moving at half speed, so that way you can keep your previous bonus. So,
Okay. Well, if I dash, I will still be able to make it.
alright, if you
Oh.
make it close enough, then here's what's going to happen. Make a perception check. See if you can clearly see what's happening while remaining hidden.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're being careful, and there's a lot of grime and gunk on the floor, and it's kind of hard to see through. So you're just seeing what looks like figures that are blurry, unfortunately. So Lucius.
He's gonna use Mage Hand and cast Prestidigitation on the pig to make it glow pink and furry.
No, I was trying to actually hit those. I am like out of spells. I will just hit it with a firebolt.
Fair enough. You need to roll damage or an attack roll. Range
Yeah.
spell attack.
So we get a +9 to my d20.
Because for some reason it's only showing that. There you go. 19 hits him.
Fuck.
Well, you're helping!
Are you kidding me? That's fucking beautiful.
So
Pink.
much damage.
Pink.
It just sort of you're running away, and as you look back and point, and you sort of just shoot the firebolt out of your finger. Because cantrips, you don't need your spellbook, so you don't need to look in your spellbook to do this. So you just sort of point out your finger and a firebolt comes out. However, since you're running away, it just sort of grazes the back of the creature. It still hurt it, but not as much as you were hoping.
You can smell crispy bacon.
Arista is just disappointed and goes like, let me show you how it's really done.
Alright. I guess it's Explode's turn.
So
Right.
whatever that is, 3 times over.
21.
Yep. And as you land this final strike, you start severing its head from its body. And it just looks up at you with its mind still somehow intact. And it says, "Simply act normal. When I arrive, be ready." And you completely sever its head. And its head falls to the floor. And it lays there unmoving.
Okay, so he told me to simply act normal.
Yeah, for
Well-
what your normal is what he meant.
Oh, so what my normal is? Well, did he
Yes.
specify that?
You would have understood it to mean that.
Damn
Because
it.
he doesn't want you to act differently than what you would normally act. He wants you to act like you should in this group. However, the creature has been dispatched, which means that the contract is now nullified, which is why he did this. Yes, he dies, and after a couple of minutes, his body just starts to turn into this black ooze. And inside the black ooze, you see some interesting trinkets, which is why this creature is here. It appears that it ate some of the valuables of the creatures that it devoured, which is
Ooh.
probably humanoids. So you see some shinies in there.
What's the loot?
Explode picks up the shinies. Hey,
All
you're
right.
like 40 feet away. You can see this.
I can reach you.
I
in one
can.
move.
I would have moved
I
up in a few minutes.
60 feet dark
Yeah, but
vision.
this was a few minutes.
Yeah, and I can use jump to just literally launch me off the ladder and just strike you in the back like, mine as well, bitch.
Alright, so I'm gonna say that, Howler, you take a few minutes to discern what the blurry figures are, and you emerge as a water elemental. So you can participate if you wish, but you can't speak because you're a water elemental. You can only speak
It's
aqua.
fine.
No.
But
You can only
I,
speak
so-
It goes like,
So in Aquan, I'm
no.
gonna say what's up to him.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, you can speak Aquan. So he can
Yeah, I
continue.
don't,
I'm like,
but
what's up, fool?
But I see a water element, so I go like, oh no. Poof.
And he
Just
gets
finger
hit by
point.
it.
well,
He gets hit by it. You are a water elemental, so if that prevents fire damage in any way, then take that into account.
No,
But
it doesn't.
Okay.
But I will respond with. Well, drinking too much water isn't good for you, apparently, as I get hit with a fireball. All
right.
I will say, Howler says that drinking too much water apparently has this effect.
It's him.
Hit it again.
Well, he's attacked
Murder
you
it.
before, so I guess this is only fair play.
No, I didn't know it was Howler, so
Yes, but
I should have known.
I'm sure that he'll forgive you is the point.
Yeah.
Because Howler is such a forgiving soul.
So now, okay,
Tell
let's
me
see
what the
who can do
trinkets
the
are.
arm. Yeah, so that's
They
what I
are
just want to come
covered
to.
in black gunk. You can tell that they're shiny, but you'll have to clean them up
I
in order
will.
to tell what they are.
Prestidigitation.
I cleaned them
I
out.
will,
Prestidigitation
You know what?
is actually for this situation, so that's what he does.
Yeah.
So Mage Hand to pull everything out. and then prestidigitation to clean everything.
Oi,
Yeah,
the mage hand is
the
not getting
mage
away with
hand
this.
And then
sort of
thaumaturgy
quickly.
just for the effect.
It's doing a Fantasia-esque thing because it is a Mickey hand. So it's doing a
It's
and I
gonna
do have
be a
thaumaturgy
tug of
playing in
war.
the background. So there's
no, it's
And also
doing a
there's not-
Fantasia-esque thing that causes them to clean themselves. They
While
start
he's
like rubbing against themselves and cleaning themselves off.
while he's just starting
Well,
to
you
do
just
that.
heard it.
No,
Yes,
totally.
exactly.
There's 100% music in the background. I'm gonna have
Can
thaumaturgy
I do
playing
a
as well.
quick Arcana check while the Mickey hand is cleaning them to see if there's anything magical about these items?
Dude, so bad.
You can attempt to with an Arcana check. Yes.
Same here. I'm gonna see if there's something
Fuck,
special about
that's
them because I
bad.
want to know.
Yeah, if anybody is examining them, they can attempt to.
So, yeah, Matt,
Get
when
out
he
there,
was
bitches.
Okay,
Beautiful.
Ben, what were you saying?
when he was cleaning them, I would just kind of sludge over them and have them all enter my body.
Yeah, so as this Fantasia-esque thing is happening, you just sort of walk into them, and they get cleaner quicker. However, your body is now slightly polluted, even
Yeah, I
more
don't
than
care
it was
about that.
before.
Explo sticks his hand inside and pulls out the trinkets from the water elemental thing.
Oh no, you don't, because I'm holding you.
You know what?
Like,
Fuck it. He's gonna dive in. He's gonna jump in.
oh
Okay,
god, no.
make a strength saving throw.
Do
Strength saving throw.
Yeah, because he's not going to allow you to just enter him, I guess.
Are not gonna allow me to just enter you.
Well, you managed to do so. It's fine.
I'm gonna make you feel
Barely.
good. Did I manage to enter you?
Yes.
It was the getting out part that was preventing, you know.
No, he passed. He had to make a DC 15.
Well, do I still
And he made it.
have the? Did I get the trinkets?
You have the
Yes.
trinkets in your hands. However, everybody else is also able to examine them while you're grabbing them. And
Yeah, I have a 24.
yeah,
The 26.
some of them are mundane. So there's like rings and other various jewelry, like necklaces and bracelets and things of that nature. You get I'll say with that Arcana, I'll throw in an appraisal with that. It looks like 30 golds worth of jewelry. That is mundane. However, there are a couple of particularly interesting looking enchanted items. One appears to be a really not appealing looking bracelet. It looks rusted, perhaps, but it has enchantment runes on it. So you don't know what that is. You don't know what it is specifically, but you can see the runes on it. What's another one that I can give you? And you see one that appears to be a ring that it just looks extremely what's the word I'm looking for? Like when a rich person buys something that looks really expensive just to say that they have it.
Extremely posh and useless.
Yes, that would be close enough to what I'm thinking of. Yes, it's just extreme. It's got like a huge stone set into it that's way too big to be normally worn. But the ring is like this big, and the stone is like this big on it. It's just obscene.
Okay, those are the
So
only two
those
things.
two are enchanted. Those are the only two
So
things.
I just tell them, since I have the highest roll, they can't know this, can they? I don't know.
They might, but if you tell them, it's gonna be the same thing anyway.
Mostly useless.
Yes, but I'm curious what that ring.
You don't know about that ring, so shoo.
Well, he sees it. He sees the ring. It's stupidly.
Your
Yeah,
deception, Geo.
Oh boy. Yeah, I just tell them, yeah, mostly useless, just 30 gold in total.
Okay. He's rolling an insight against you.
Oh boy. Oh no!
Yay.
Yeah, Edo-san doesn't lie often. Yeah, Edo-san doesn't lie often, and you can see why. He's not good at it.
Okay, fine, you got me, damn it. But still, I have no clue what they can do. They might blow you up or something.
Well, if you hand them over, I can cast Identify on them.
Well, I just want to disappoint you. I'm faster!
Welp, I can do that too.
I'm faster!
we can all fucking do that.
Everyone just casts Identify on the same object at the same time. Just
Same
to say
two
that they
object.
did. Because they're all
Yeah,
rituals, so they
two
can
different
all
objects.
cast. Sorry, Ben? I didn't hear
And
you.
then there's two different objects, the bracelets too.
Yeah, there's two objects. There's the obtusely large ring, and there's the very rusted and unappealing looking bracelet. So I can give you both of those. The first one is a ring of wealth, which is obvious, but anyway, you can basically disguise yourself as, like, you can disguise your outfit as a rich person's outfit if you do not already have one on. That's
as
what
I
that
said,
does.
the ring, completely useless.
Mhm.
But it can also give you some fake gold, so that way you can convince people you're rich. But if you give it to them, then it disappears. So if it leaves your person, it disappears.
So for us, that we are actually insanely rich, so it is
Yes,
completely
but
fucking
that's what
useless.
that's what it does. It gives people the impression that you're rich, and from the identify spell, the substance that this is actually made out of is basically it looks like a huge diamond, but it's basically this world's equivalent of Cubit zirconium, the
Yeah,
fake
so
version.
cheap shit.
Yeah. And it's not even gold plated. It's just a metal that was
Gold
painted
painted?
yellow.
Oh.
So it can disguise you as a rich person.
You know what we
Okay.
call that in Norwegian?
Well,
Juggel.
Which means
Juggel. Basically just cheap crap.
fair enough. Yes, it is.
okay, now
the
the
bracelet-
interesting one.
the bracelet is basically the opposing thing. It makes you look poor. That's what it does.
So the two objects we got were it makes you look poor or makes you look rich.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep.
So
It makes your
technically,
clothes. It keeps like both of them. It keeps the basic aesthetic of your clothing that you currently are wearing.
Oh
So,
my god. Oh my
like-
god. Explo takes on both of them to see if he makes a black hole.
Okay. Before that
So,
happens,
technically,
I'm gonna
they
finish my
are
explanation.
worthless.
I'm gonna finish my explanation. It basically keeps the same aesthetic. So, like, if you're wearing a purple shirt, it will either fancy up or porify, if you will.
Porify. Porify the purple. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
poor kind of purple. That's not the rich kind of purple.
Yeah, it'll like make it look tattered or whatever. And it actually changes the physical properties of it. So if someone were to touch it, they wouldn't be able to tell it's fake or illusory or anything. It actually changes the properties of it. And then when you decide to change back, it changes it back. So it could
So
still
what
be
happens when
useful.
Explo puts them both on?
Alright, you put them both on.
Mhm.
Do you activate them both at the same time?
Yes.
You just look the same.
Aw.
They cancel one another out, you dum-dum.
Yeah, they basically just cancel each other out and do nothing.
Well, what if it made a portal to Whore Island or something? It would have been fun.
Yes, that would have been fun if that's what would have happened.
So
However, that did not.
Elsa just says, "Told you so." They're useless. Because technically he wasn't lying.
But you could still sell them as enchanted items and make a ton of money off of them.
Yeah, 30 gold.
No, you're forgetting something. The other jewels we get 30 gold for. Those other two pieces we also get 30 gold each, so 90 gold.
Oh my god. We're gonna get rich.
Technically, enchanted
Oh, wait a
items.
minute. We already fucking are.
You can sell enchanted items for more than that, technically.
Was a joke.
But yes, I get what you mean. Because technically, they have a harder time breaking. Things of that nature. But either way, you have some items. You said that you were looking for. This is why it is like this. You were looking for a place that sells bacon and a place where you can get expensive stuff. So there you go.
Very clever. Very clever, Matt.
I mean, the butcher gave the pig the expensive stuff to hide the evidence, I guess. Would be the best way to explain it. But you have no idea what substance those things are made out of because you didn't even ask the pig. You didn't try. So, I guess we'll just assume that they're people.
So Elsa sits up and says, "Can we leave this doomed place now? Because I think we can't save this place anymore."
What do you mean
To
by
return
dude?
to our
I think
safe
it's
haven.
kind of nice.
No, I don't mean that. I mean this whole city. It's pretty much doomed.
I would also like to return to the safe haven and rest up for a bit. I'm pretty much useless with no spells.
Yeah, that seems like a smart idea.
I will say in Aquan, well, I don't want to leave this place before I finish my business here, but we can go back and rest.
I think
business
there's
do
a
you
toilet
have?
back at the safe house.
Yeah, you can flush yourself down.
If
In Aquan, I do ask, what else, other business do you have?
A sword.
Yes,
Sword.
you are aware. He tried to make a deal with you about that. It's a
So I
sword
have to go
called
and get it.
loyalty.
And do you want it in somewhere on this point, right?
It is in this city.
Well,
Alright.
you do you with your stuff in the
You
city.
so you technically don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'll just say that what's his name is going to translate for you to make this a little easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say, you guys do you stuff in this town. I just want to leave this realm. I just want to be back in the material realm.
Do you want to go back, like, as soon as possible?
Yes. So
Okay,
I know
as
where
soon as we finish this rest, I can banish you back to your home plane.
Well, that was not a complete idea. I mean, I do have to tell an Erdina.
Plus,
That. Yeah.
yes. Before you do that, banishment is a crapshoot, so it could send you anywhere on your home plane. So it could send you a place that you don't want to go.
That's what I just wanted to say. Like, I do have to tell an Erdina that his plan to take back the main capital of the plane of air is not gonna work since it's literally doomed. I mean, we tried, and look where we are now.
in a hole.
In a torture dungeon underneath a butchery.
Sex dungeon.
Well, that's because you didn't have me when you tried. I would have handled it easily.
He says in Aquan, which is
I will
translated.
translate. Well, Alan
also
just said he says you would have done it.
Yeah, you try and save yourself from a virus that you can't stop, and what else? Oh yeah, billions of zombies, undead, demons, all alone.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
sure.
not a problem if they don't see you.
Yeah, there's only one problem. The orb that controls the town, you can't use it since you're not like an air genasi or something that these guys are.
I'm gonna pull up the light over. Are you talking about this?
No,
It-
that's a
It might
tiny.
be better. I think he's implying it might be better to discuss this at the safe area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So you guys can leave the butchery if you wish.
We are. I mean, we're low on spell slots and low on health. We need, well, safety.
I'm gonna give you one last chance. You can try and take those rations if you want.
I actually
No.
have. I said that I took the rations. I have them in my inventory.
The human meat rations.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you get in a desperate situation, it's better than eating each other. Um,
Explo was raised as a slave. He's been through worse.
Yes, that's true.
He's seen worse.
That's true. That is part of your backstory.
Plus, it's not cannibalism if it's not your own race.
That's true. That's true. Maybe that's why Howler didn't get sick from eating it. Either way, if you took that, then you have a barrel of rations.
Hell yeah.
100.
Barrel
Guys are
of human meat.
sometimes unbelievable.
So you could feed 100 people for 1 day, or you could feed one person for 100 days.
Yay!
With that one barrel.
Only one barrel. I'm just like Jesus.
Except not.
Well, yeah, I only have one other thing, and I'll feed a lot of people with it. So,
You're cannibal,
therefore,
Jesus.
just like Jesus.
You're zombie Jesus.
Zombie
Oh,
Jesus.
wait, that is Jesus. Okay, let's continue. So you guys walk out of there.
Or climbed.
Well, you climb and then walk, to be fair. So you guys leave. And Lucius's father, is just sort of hanging out on top of the roof, and he sees that you guys come out looking a little bit more disheveled than when you went in, and he goes, "Is everything all right?"
How about a no? We just fought some kind of demon thing, and we really should leave this town and go back to, well...
Wait. Demon? What did it look like?
Well, it looked like a big pig and then turned into some goop.
Ah, yes, that explains it. He goes.
Yeah. I just really
So which
want
one
to
of you did it try to control?
point instantly towards Explode.
What do you mean control?
I mean, it tried to make you do things you didn't want to do. And you're acting normal, so you can say that you were controlled.
Well, yeah, it did in the early stages. It tried to make me get the contract from Howler, whatever that meant. He was scribing something on a piece of paper, and he tried to make me get it.
Well, you're lucky to have defeated it.
Wait. If that's so, but then I shot it, and then all of a sudden, Explode started, well, hitting it.
Well, yeah, it tried to make me hurt some of my friends.
That's strange. Either way, you seem fine. So let's get going.
No, he's not fine. walk over to
You don't know
Explo.
that. You don't know
He's
that.
not.
Yeah,
He seems
technically you don't know that information, but you can still your character can still have suspicions. So what are you gonna do?
I just walk over there. Come here, you little.
The fuck you want?
And just smack him in the face with laceration.
The magic flows through him, however, it seems to have done nothing.
Laceration, is that healing?
No, it cures blinded, deaf, and paralyzed or poisoned.
Okay.
A disease or other condition that
Yeah.
it's the conditions are example conditions, I think.
Yes, it does cure a condition, but it has limits, which is why it gives examples.
Okay.
So the spell worked, it just didn't do anything.
There.
Sweet, and he slapped Explo in the face.
Well, you saw magic happen, so you assume he did something.
Aerosol is just cranky of not getting enough sleep. Oh.
That was not nice.
Huh?
But you did
Wait a
feel
minute.
magic, so he tried to do something to you.
Are we outside?
Yeah, you're standing outside. Having
Did Saliva see him hit me?
No, he was just sort of sitting there. He didn't notice that you guys were there until he heard a loud noise, which was the smack, and then he turned around and looked at you.
Guys, I have to stop again. It's time. It's like 1:10.
No.
Usually we go for another hour, but
Yeah,
that's
no,
up to you.
but people nagging and such.
Okay. We'll try to go on for a little while longer.
Okay. See you guys.
See ya.
See you, Gio.
See you,
Yeah.
Gio.
Alrighty. So, what are we doing? I assume we're heading back.
Yes, I needed to take a
Back
long
to
rest.
safe space.
Alright. I need all of you
Make
to...
stealth check, because I'm stealthy.
If you want to stealth, then you
Yes.
can do that.
I just have to change my dex score.
If you're moving stealthily.
I was gonna have my pop carry me again.
Alright. He can roll a stealth, I guess. Oh, my stupid nose. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, he'll roll stealth. He's not good at it, but he'll try. Alright. I assume is Saliva being stealthy?
I'm riding her.
Is she being stealthy? Is the question.
Can I make her?
You can try with an animal handling check.
As we're riding along, I keep feeding her treats of human flesh.
Alright, I'll say you use a ration.
Do I get advantage on the animal handling?
Sure. I'll allow it.
12.
Alright, it seems to at least understand what you're trying to say. And it sort of gets down into this cute little dog army crawl-like position. So it's trying to be sneaky, but it's big. So it's hard for it to hide, but it's trying. Either way, I'm gonna have to roll its stealth, which it's not good at. Okay, great. So you guys start heading towards the safe zone, and you see it within eyesight when you hear, and you see stumble out from behind a building what looks like a humanoid creature, at least from the distance that you're at. looks like it's standing between you and the safe zone.
Just one zombie.
For now.
Saliva. Fetch.
Runs over, and as it runs over, it gets within 30 feet of it. And you look on the other side of the building, both ways, and there's about 30 on either side. And they all just sort of go, and they're starting to enclose on you.
Yeah. Well, since Saliva is like super big, can she just like ram him over?
Sure, I'll get her to make a strength check, which is one of her best things. Alright, 21 versus a zombie, which is less.
+2. Yeah.
This one's a little stronger.
Ah, okay.
But that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's knocked to the side. And you guys get to go through. The people who are flying, you approach the bubble. However, I'm going to warn you about one thing. Elementals cannot enter the bubble.
I know.
So, Saliva gallops towards the bubble, and you're like just about to tell her to stop, and she slams into this invisible wall. And she goes, and she tries to slam it again, like a dog going against a screen door. But she can't get through.
I'm making her calm down, petting her in the head while giving her more treats.
Okay, make another animal handling check with just regular. Because it would have been
Regular?
a disadvantage because there's enemies, but you gave yourself advantage, so it's just regular.
Oh, shit.
She starts panicking, visibly. And she sees the enemies, she's looking at you, she's looking for direction that you are not giving her. You're just telling her to calm down, but she wants to get out of this situation.
Okay, so if she's gonna just go for it, I'm just gonna jump off and into the safe zone.
Alright, she looks back at you, watches you jump in, realizes that there's nothing she can do. By the way, I'm going to say Lily gets put in the safe zone. Because she was technically being carried by somebody. I don't remember which.
My bear.
Oh yes, the bear comes in. And she just sort of panics.
I try to calmly explain to her that she can't enter the safe zone, but she must run away from the zombies now, and I will meet her later. And I throw a few treats on the ground.
Okay.
Matt, if it's possible, can I have use light and thaumaturgy to kind of direct her with like little glowing sounding beacons away?
I'll let you use an animal handling check. Go ahead.
Oh, it's not going to go well. Yeah.
She sees them and she gets spooked and runs in the opposite direction. She doesn't seem to understand what you were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So she runs off. She actually jumps on top of a building and sort of climbs up like a dog would, using her back legs to scooch herself up, and then she runs away.
Aww.
And we'll say that the fly gets noticed by the creatures, however, he's too high up. So then he just flies over the safe zone, flies straight down, and then you're fine. And Howler is just invisible. So.
No, I'm not. I'm a what? Oh, yeah. What's that?
Yeah, you're in stealth. So you just sort of go.
Yeah.
And you're coming towards the later half of your elemental form.
Okay.
If you wanted to keep it. And then you just see all the zombies, they're pressing up against as if it was like a window, like I described before. And they're just sort of pressing up against it. Some of them keep slamming themselves into it. But
Can
other
we
ones
throw
are just...
stuff through the
Yes, you
safe
can.
something?
Yes, because objects aren't affected.
Cool. Just for fun, I'm gonna start chucking fire grenades. Whee!
You can throw a few.
Can I walk up to the edge of the invisible wall where they're like pressed up against it, and if there's any heads, just like stab them with the dagger?
Sure, I'll say that you eliminate them because those ones are mindless, so you can easily eliminate them without them figuring out what's going on.
Cool. So when they die and they're no longer undead creatures, they fall into the
Yes,
protected
some of
area?
them do.
Sweet. I'm gonna
Some of them
drag those
fall
ones
back,
over
but some
and
of
loot
them
them.
fall in.
The ones that fall in, I'm gonna check loot.
Alright?
Seeing
Roll
that
a d20.
seeing that he's doing that, I'm also, as my water elemental, I'm just gonna sink under them and push them in, the dead ones.
Okay, so this d20 is going to affect it. You find a number of gold pieces. And
13
some
gold
money
pieces?
that you don't recognize in a currency that you don't understand. But it's still worth money in this world. So I'm gonna roll some stuff. You find 25 gold pieces worth of money.
Sweet.
You do find some other weird currencies that you're not sure where they come from, like what origin land, like land of origin they come from, but you assume that they're still worth money, so you keep them.
Okay.
Alright. Perfect. So you guys are in the safe zone. There are a few things that you can attempt to do here if you wish, but
Can I
that's up to you.
enter the safe zone? Because I'm polymorphed into an elemental, but I am a humanoid, so can I enter it?
I'm gonna make an exception and say yes.
Ah.
In that case, I will just enter it.
Okay. Yes, because technically you're true form. You're not polymorphed. You're not true polymorphed, I should say. So you're just in a different form. So it's kind of like if you were a druid. I would still let you in. So, yeah, you get in.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing? There are a few things you can attempt to do other than rest, but that's up to you.
Well, I'm a rest.
Yeah, I got a rest too.
Alright.
Almost out of bomb charges, dude.
Howler, I'm not sure if you've ever actually been in this safe area before.
He hasn't.
No, I've just been outside it.
Alright, so you as a player are aware what's in here, so your character can explore any of the things that are in here if you wish.
Yeah, he will go around that for a bit, and then he's gonna realize that hardly anyone speaks Aquan. And then
Yeah,
he's
that's
gonna attempt to mock someone for not speaking Aquan and to see if it works.
Okay.
If I'm anywhere nearby, I want to, when he's done, like when he's done mocking him, just look to that person and be like, you were mocked.
Okay.
But first, I will see if it takes effect. So does he take 4 psychic damage for not speaking
wisdom.
Aquan?
He needs to make a wisdom save first to determine that. Yes. Yes, he does.
Okay, so it seems
He
like...
just goes, ah!
He is really sad that he can't speak Aquan.
He appears to be bloodied.
It's a commoner.
Well, okay.
Leave them alone. In Aquan, I tell him, leave them alone.
Yeah, I almost had another thing to say, but I'll leave him alone.
Yeah, you just see a trickle of blood coming out of his nose because he took psychic damage.
Explo asks, what was your name again, Tim?
Lucius.
Lucius. He asks, what happened?
I'm just gonna shake my head and sigh and just children being children, and then try to go back to sleep.
Huh.
All right. That
Yeah, I
happens.
mean, we all come from water. I need to explore my new form and see what it can do.
All right, you have like 15 minutes left on it. What do you want to do?
Expo walks over with the cup and see if he can drink him.
I'll say.
This
Or
actually
can I have
rouses
the
me.
equivalent of a straw that I can just poke inside and start?
Actually, I get really like curious about this, and I do ask if he does drink some of you and it gets separated, do you still have some control over that portion?
Interesting.
You can test that. He doesn't know. Is the answer to that question.
Oh, we have to figure this shit out. And my character gets up and walks over and joins this. And then I call over the guy who got bloodied.
Alright.
Come here.
He walks over.
Give him a
Cautiously, but he walks over.
scoop up a little bit of the water and like drink this.
It's kind of weirdly colored because it's been mixed with various other substances.
None
However,
of that matters right now.
He tries it, and he drinks it. I need. Actually, I'm gonna roll something.
He dies.
Because this is the effect. Your elemental form takes 6 damage as it enters his body.
Can I uncanny dodge it?
Sorry? Can you uncanny dodge it? No, not in this form. It's not. Plus, it's not an attack. He's just. He's not trying to hurt
you. That
you.
was awesome. Howler, that was awesome. Oh, Ben. All right, so I'm going to ask Howler, can he control the water inside the guy?
Yeah, I will try and make the water inside this governor move around.
Alright, you try. However, it's as if someone cut off like a chunk of flesh. You no longer have control over it.
Maybe he needs more, and I will just kind of stick my hand in his face and push my hand down.
Any that actually enters his body becomes part of a different becomes part of a different entity-esque class. So you shove a bunch of water down his throat, and you take 16 damage to your elemental form.
Okay.
Does the commoner drown?
No, because luckily he had the forethought to swallow the water.
He swallowed, is what you said. He had the forethought to swallow.
The water was the rest of that.
Yeah. Is it a girl or a boy, by the way, we're torturing?
It is a man.
It is a man. That makes
I'm
it even better.
I'm gonna kind of slap Howler away. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Stop.
It didn't work.
I'm gonna look to the commoner and say, "Thank you, sir. I'm glad that you are now properly hydrated. Enjoy the rest of your night."
You have a feeling that this man is now going to avoid all of you for the rest of his duration here.
Hey, he looked dehydrated. He is now properly hydrated. That is what is important.
Expo just looks around. Anybody else thirsty?
I will send him a message, the guy, and I will tell him I'm everywhere, even in your water skin. You'll never know you'll never know when you see me next.
Thieves can't. I'm gonna say, wow. I'm glad that even you halfway through broke up and like started laughing because goddamn, dude.
Well,
right.
I say back in Aquan. Well, I just like to make fun of people, you know.
I'm getting that. I'm getting that.
It even hurts them. Did you see his nose bleeding?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
I noticed that.
Actually gave him a probably in this world it would be a severe hemorrhage in his brain, but world.
Great job.
In this world, injuries like that can heal overnight. So as long as he rests, he's fine.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wander around doing fuck all for the last 15 minutes of my water.
All right. And then once you become out of water, what do you do?
Well, I look to the others. I mean, are you just having a long rest?
That's what it looks like.
Long West.
Yeah, long rest. Oh, by the way, who put down that horrible bracelet and ring on their character sheets? Did anybody? Was it Geo?
Well,
Um,
I don't
did
remember
anybody
doing
write them down?
anything.
I think Explo had them
Explo
last.
still has them on, I think, because I didn't say anything else after I tried to
Yeah.
activate them both at the same time.
So currently you have the jewelry, and he picked the other two items and put them on. Is how I
Sure.
figured the situation was.
Do they need adjustment?
Does what need adjustment?
Oh no, not adjustment, attunement.
No, they don't.
Okay.
The effects aren't good enough for an attunement.
All right, guys, I'll be back in just a minute.
Alrighty. So everybody's taking a rest?
Yes.
right.
Well, no, I'll just look around and I'll see if I find anyone that seems powerful, and I will
So you will find
eventually
your damn sword.
I will find the Tabaki eventually, I imagine, because he's there.
Yes, but before that, you see the weird guy that Tabaki stabbed and tried to kill and actually succeeded in killing, but he stabbed through the heart and didn't die. So you see him first. He looks more formidable than the civilian class people here.
Not if I use my ring.
Okay. And I will ask him, who are you? I haven't seen you around there before.
Just a traveler. Not of your concern. As he just sort of leans against the wall.
So you're not from here, then, I take it.
Not this plane, no.
All right. I never leave, because I want someone who knows stuff about this plane.
Okay, perfect. There's a couple of Aarakocra if you want to talk to that.
Yeah. I will ask the Aarakocra if they heard anything about this blade of justice.
Alright, I'm gonna get you to make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Alright, you get lucky. One of these people, he's speaking Orin, which is the air language, but you have comprehend languages, I think.
Yeah, I will use it.
Alright, so he claims
He claims to cut out. I believe him.
That's all he does, he just claim. Nothing else. Oh. Well, some fine weather we're having.
Så jeg skal gå og legge meg om ikke så altfor lenge nå, så jeg kommer ikke til å sitte
Me too.
So,
yeah, you cut out
he,
that I was talking to him. What was he saying? I didn't get
he just
any of it.
claimed it. You don't know if it's true. I mean, you're not from here.
He claimed what?
I think he cut out again.
Am I disconnected?
He claimed.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
Just gonna try to refresh my internet connection, so just give me a second. As in disconnect and reconnect, that sort of thing. And run the troubleshooter.
That never works.
Well, sometimes it does, but only in specific situations. Alright, I just connected again.
Når var det vi begynte I morgen, Benjamin?
12.
12? 12?
Så du
Jeg,
skulle ha blitt Ja, bare være litt før 12.
ja. Jeg tenkte jeg skulle kjøre herifra rundt sånn 11, for jeg skal innom Pol også. Jeg kommer ikke til å være der hele session I morgen, for jeg skal til Askøy.
Yeah. But yeah, Matt, are you back now? Matt?
His camera's working.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried
Yeah.
disconnecting and reconnecting. So, did it work?
Can you hear
Yeah, I
us?
hear you.
I guess it's working for now.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear us? I guess not.
Yes. I can hear you,
Okay.
but it's telling me that there's an error. That's fun. But I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
No?
Okay, great. So, here's what he was trying to say. He was trying to say that he claims to be a royal guard. And he claims that he knows the location of the item when he left. Well, technically, it's of a bunch of different items, and the item that you're mentioning is also in that location. Beneath, in a basement area of the main palace area. So, you have to somehow get in there in order to get it.
Well, I will thank him for the information, and I will ask him also a bit about the orb that our son spoke about earlier, just to get
Okay,
some information.
he'll
on
have
that.
specific information on that. He goes, "Oh, our sacred object?
Yes. How would we be able to use it?
Well, legend states that unless you have enough magical power, you can't."
Well, I have plenty, and I will flex.
He goes, "Normally, only the Vati can control it."
I'm much more powerful than Avati, and I will attempt to persuade him to believe that, if that's possible.
Alright, you can roll. It's a
Wouldn't that
super
be a
high DC.
Wouldn't that be a deception?
Yeah, I'm lying, right? Because I've seen
Yes.
those things.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
And you have a plus 11 as well, so that's shit.
You actually
Yeah,
could have
five.
succeeded. The
You rolled
DC
a
was
damn
25.
Ooh.
The DC was 25, so you could have succeeded, but you didn't.
You only had to get a 14 and you couldn't even manage that, could you?
Well, I'm out of luck, that's why, you know.
Alright. So, yeah, he doesn't believe you. But
What did I miss?
he has...
I was
he's...
flexing on a Kokra, you know,
Yeah.
the normal stuff.
Yeah.
What did you try to do?
I was flexing on an Arakokra.
Oh my god. Damn it, Howler. We gotta find you, like, actual criminals.
Alright. So, here's what's happening.
We gotta find him a woman, that's what.
That's right. Or a man, whatever he prefers.
Or a man. Or an Aerocrocra. Or a water elemental.
Just
Fire elemental.
He wants a earth element for that nice hard rock on.
Oh yeah.
Hard rock.
Oh, we're onto something.
Sound of rocks smashing together really makes my dick hard.
Or any choice of beast that he prefers.
No, for him it's really any beast, especially the more exotic. The better.
Yeah.
The more limbs, the better.
Okay, either way. So, did you have anything else you wanted to ask him?
No, that was about it. And I wanted to, basically just go over to Tabaki and see if he could cast any magic to, try an object I'm looking for.
Okay. To save you time from role-playing with yourself, Tabaki is he's I assume he's forthright with his abilities.
No.
So if Tabaki has the ability that is the specific one that he's looking for, then yes, he has access to it.
Yeah, okay. And then he will do it. What
All right.
would information
What,
be?
don't you have to persuade him?
Of course not. That's like
No.
like persuading yourself to do something that you want to do.
Exactly.
How difficult
Exactly,
is that?
that's why it's required.
Do I want a blowjob? Yes. Maybe.
Oh, so you're saying he needs to have at least a conversation, like, "Hey, can
Oh
you cast
fuck,
a
that's
spell,
performance.
Well, we
There
just
we go.
stick to the
The DC is a natural 1.
Alright. So there's also other things that Tabaki has, but we'll do that after Howler has exhausted his interest in Tabaki, and then we'll do that.
Yeah.
So, he looks for the item. So what spell specifically is he casting? So that way I have a ballpark of information to give you.
I can find it. If you give me 2 seconds, that will
Locate
be 1,
stuff.
2. There we go.
Okay, so he's scrying on the object.
Yeah, to see if it's still there.
Okay. Target must make a wisdom saving throw.
But if it's a creature.
It is a sentient weapon, so it
Oh,
can.
it is. Okay. Well, I would describe it
technically
pretty.
block, which is funny.
I would like to describe it pretty well, and I will also point out where I believe it is. So if it's there, you should get some sort of bonus. So
Okay.
you can look at those things. So I will describe it to the best of my ability and look for, like even where it's supposed to be.
So it would be the likeness or picture, which is a -5, it says. Whatever that means.
There's a -5.
I'm assuming.
That.
Sorry?
The -5 to the save if you're using that.
Okay. Okay. So. Yeah, that would be the closest one that's on that list. Is a likeness or picture. So it's a wisdom. Okay, great.
Yeah, that doesn't make it.
So, there's that. Just checking some other things. I'm going to roll a d20 to determine some random factors. Okay, great. He sees it through his blood curtain that he has created. He cuts like a swath on his arm, and a little blood curtain is created that he can see. And you see the object, or he does. Howler doesn't. Tabaki does. he sees the sword laying in a pile of other things in some sort of room with a large metal door that is the entrance to this room. That's all he can see, unfortunately. He sees it.
Okay.
You know a guy who has expertise in fucking up metal doors.
So I will come to my thieving companions and invite them over.
Okay.
Will that interrupt our long rest?
As long as you're not doing anything that can be considered labor.
Strenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strenuous
start-
as well.
Yeah,
I'll start jogging over.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah, you can walk over.
Stand up to interrupt their long rest, and then no.
No, you can
Then
walk
we
over.
get out.
You can walk over.
But yeah, I'm looking at both of you, and I'm saying I found out where the weapon I'm looking for lays. But there's a lot of other magical items there.
How do you know they're magical?
Well, I don't, but I would assume locked away with something so powerful as what I'm after, there will be other.
Are we standing by
similarly-
Tabaki?
Sorry?
Sure.
Are we standing by Tabaki?
Yes.
Tabaki. All right. I'm gonna ask Tabaki how much other items did it look like that was in the room?
Describe it.
I can respond if you.
Yeah.
That way you can play Howler in this situation. He goes, "There be a variable horde in that room."
So I look back to Howler. So what? The deal is we get you your sword and we get the rest?
That
Well,
sounds like a fair deal to me. Doesn't it, Lucius? It sounds like a very fair deal to me. Let's shake on it.
Well, I would agree to let you have first pick on anything magical we found, but I want a cut of the actual money. And also, I'd be keeping my gold bars if you want the rest of the magical stuff. I think that seems fair.
So a third split on any money or gems.
Mhm.
Everything
Right.
else
It's
it goes to me and Explo.
except
You
the-
get your sword.
Yes.
I'm gonna look to Explo and kind of do the shrugging, that sounds reasonable to me.
It's not very reasonable.
I'm gonna stick my hand out to Explo first, since we're gonna be partners on splitting the major hoard of items.
I'm gonna have to make some room in my bag of holding, aren't I?
Well, if you're out of room, I can always help out.
Well,
yeah, no.
look, I have more than enough room in mine. This is not one of those times where I'm going to be trying to keep anything. We're making a fair agreement between the two of us.
Hey, it's a
50-50
big ass
split.
room with a bunch of magical items. If there aren't fucking bag of holdings in there, then what the hell?
Exactly. So we should.
We're gonna end up with like 15 bags of holdings with a bunch of powerful bombs inside. It was the armory, right?
Tabaki describes what looks like an empty room other than a big pile of. Well, I as a DM am gonna describe it as garbage in the middle of the room, but it's treasures and stuff.
And I suggest that, sure, we could launch another assault again on the temple, but it might be easier for us to just sneak in and hide it. Do you also know invisibility? I point towards you, Lucian.
I know that spell as well as its more powerful counterpart.
And would you be able to turn several people invisible?
I could turn 3 people invisible, it would take all of my 2nd level slots. The
1,
greater
2,
invisibility
3.
is a
Hey, that's us.
yeah. That would at least free up and leave my 4th level spots.
Yeah, I'm just suggesting that sneaking in might be an option. Get what we want and get out of there.
No, I agree. If the more quiet approach of sneaking in works, let's do that. The other reason why I suggest using the 2nd level spells is once we get through this and we get everything we need, we can use the 4th levels to just banish us from this plane, and we can just leave.
They've had experience with banishment.
That would split us up, wouldn't it?
It would. So we would have to make sure to do the split before we left the room. But if we hit that point and then we are, say, surrounded and we cannot leave, it would be more of an issue to fight our way out back to everybody else.
How many can you do at one time, including yourself?
Yeah, if you had a powerful enough spell to cast it on multiple creatures, banishment, then it would send all those creatures to the same location.
I did level 5.
Yeah, it would target 2 people.
So I can target 2.
Yeah, so those 2 creatures would end up in the same location.
Let's keep that for a plan B or C.
Oh, yes, no. That's more of plan F. Fuck.
Do you have any other handy ways of getting out of danger, like teleportation?
Well, I can polymorph the 2 of you into little like mice and then run away, or 2 of us into mice and then you run us away, or however that works.
It's better to have the 2 of you turn into mice and quite quick and quiet.
As you've seen, with the small amount of time you've been with him, he can very easily vanish.
Oh yeah, no, which is why I'm completely for I explode, polymorph myself. He scoops us off, and then we skedaddle out.
Skedaddle.
And like my ring as well, so that could be your way of entry. Instead of all 3 people making noise, it would just be me.
Well, no, if we use the invisibility, we don't have to worry about noise.
Well, technically, creatures can still hear you if you're invisible.
Is it the greater invisibility?
How many times can cast polymorph on us both?
No one's cast greater invisibility in any of my things, so I don't know what it does, but if it says that it cuts sound, then it cuts sound.
It doesn't say cut sound, just the visions again.
That you can attack and stuff while invisible.
Yeah. The only difference on this one is I don't have to worry about, being dropped once I attack.
Yeah, but how many times can you cast polymorph on more than one target? If you can cast polymorph on 2 targets 2 times and still have a few spell slots left to fuck shit up, then that would be the smartest point of entry.
So we can do the polymorph twice on me and you, but then that would burn through all of my 4th and my 1 5th level slot.
Well, if the 2 of you wanted to hide in my pockets while I made my way in, I think that might be the safest way in. And if anything happens, I'll have reinforcements in my pockets.
Well, since the caster is casting it on himself, then you would have to wait for it to end. Which is how many hours?
He can break concentration. Like he can just...
Yeah, no, I could still break the concentration. It doesn't break my mental capacities. Cool. Once we're ready to get out, we can get out.
Yeah, because he still has his mental stats and everything.
Alright, so the plan is we're going to polymorph when we're like right outside. We'll go in.
Right outside. How long does the polymorph last?
I think an hour.
I might be able to.
An hour.
It'll take you about 15 minutes to climb the stairs in the front of the palace.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Do you know exactly where we're going? Like, do you know
Well-
exactly when we get to the top of the stairs, you know exactly to go right and then left and then straight forward and then down. And there's the big ass door that we're gonna blow up.
I know which floor it's on.
You know which floor it's on. Okay, that's nice. So
How about you ask? All right, hey.
I don't know if
hey,
you've noticed this, but that damn palace is fucking huge.
Or
It
I
is.
have a crazy idea. How about we ask Tabaki here if he can now find the door? Because we know what the door is. Maybe he can, with his blood magic, scry the path from the top of the stairs.
I think if he carves himself and deals damage, he can do it one more time. So he just starts cutting himself up and using that to funnel the next scrying.
I'm gonna say that it's a lot harder because he's using a vision to create another vision of a location. So, yeah, I'm gonna say that it's harder.
But now it's on a location, so it's not a save. Like the location can't save.
Yeah, that's true. However, this time he's gonna have to roll.
Okay. A spell attack or something like that then?
Yeah, make a spell attack roll.
I'll just click that here. It's the same. 17.
That was the AC that I put. So, he sees it. However, that's what he sees is the door, because that's what he's scrying on.
There should be an eye. Does he see anything around the door? Creatures, anything?
He looks around the immediate area. He sees stairs that go up from the door,
down.
and he sees stairs that go down from the door.
Okay.
So it's in a stairway. You know that.
Yeah. It's
That does actually help.
It's concentration up to 10 minutes, so I want to move around this eye that I'm scrying to see if I find more downstairs.
You can't move it too far away from the location that you're scrying on, which is the door. So once you get so far away, things start getting blurry. So you can't really see it.
So it goes from 1080 to 720 to 250, 144.
Well, take it as far as
and
you
it's
can
gone.
going up and down the stairs. Maybe you can get to the landing and at least get a little bit of a view.
I'm trying to get as far as I can. Down the
Yeah,
stairs.
so you're
Oh, yeah.
basically in a video game and you're trying to scroll out to the different boundaries of the level.
Yeah.
Okay. You can try to do that. And here's what you see. You see the stairs look human sized. So they're not like giant sized. So that's another clue you can use. There's torches on the sides of the walls. You can see on the other side of the door, which is what you already saw. It's the room filled with gems and stuff. However, when you try to go down the stairwell or up the stairwell, it's like you're hitting an invisible wall and the eye can't go any further.
Okay.
Is there any
I know-
tapestries or paintings on the walls directly across from the door?
Make an investigation check. I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'll have to find the cheat again.
Can I do it?
Probably not.
Unfortunately,
not
you're
there-
not seeing the scry. You're not
Oh,
seeing
no.
the scry.
That's
Investigation.
why I have not bothered trying to roll either.
Ah!
Alright. So, you see, it's very hard to see because the detailing on the door itself isn't very good because you're scrying on something that you saw through a scrying vision. So it's not as clear as you might want it to be, but you start seeing some words above the door. They're not clear enough for you to read, but you know that there's some sort of inscription above the door.
Okay.
And you only got that because you got a natural 20. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen that.
It'll just relay that information.
All right.
So what you're saying is that the big vault is in a huge palace. It's in a staircase, in a huge palace, and it has some words above it. That fucking narrows it down, doesn't it?
I mean, unfortunately, scrying is usually used for targeting creatures, and it follows them around usually. So then you can hear what they're saying and that sort of thing. But if nothing's in the location, then you don't hear anything.
Typically meant for objects too, to like see around, like where is it?
Yeah.
But
there was no one there, so there was not like a passerby conversation that was happening.
Yeah, that's fine. Tabaki would also say, before you be heading out in the morning, come by me.
Why?
Bless us or something.
Am I gonna get drenched in blood?
Well, if you wish, I could arrange that.
No, I'm not trying to. Blood's really hard to get out of clothes, man.
I will.
Don't you have prestidigitation?
I will connect.
I try not to always use magic for everything, guys. Jesus. But yeah,
you think I always do when I start
really
throwing a firebomb up and down in the air?
I will harden your blood and make you tougher for your task at hand.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, just quick side note. Matt, we're still level 9, right?
Yes. Okay. You're still the same level. Unfortunately, at this point in the campaign, you need to start completing main objectives in order to level up.
No,
trying to, bro. Trying to. I mean, I love the side quests, and I figured if we do like 40 side quests, that should equal one main objective. But...
Agreed.
That's what they did for the first section of the.
So what you're saying, we don't get a level up for killing a demon pig?
Unfortunately, no.
Huh.
This is a milestone-based leveling system. So you've gathered a ton of items that might be able to help you, but...
Dude, so do we have to, like, save this world, or what? Like, what's the next milestone? I'm actually a little...
You have to defeat one of the main creatures of the shadow, is the next milestone.
Didn't we do that with one of the spider guy or whatever?
Ran off like a pussy, because if you had killed him, we would have leveled up. Is that it?
No, actually.
No, I don't think it was that guy. But Halvar will say, when we're finished here, I could also use your help back on the material plane against the shadow.
Yeah, I have a feeling we need to kill one of those guys.
When we're finished here, I'm gonna retire. I mean, I'm getting old. I'm almost 18 years of age.
I know a nice little temple you can retire to if you wish.
Yeah, he's almost 18 years of age for a gnome.
I'm actually going to snap my fingers and go, wait, I may have a way around saving us some spell slots. I keep forgetting that the orb enhances abilities and spells. Cast polymorph.
For your rest.
No, I would have to wait. I don't have the spell slots to use it.
Okay.
But no, it's worked before. No, it should work.
We can do it in the morning then.
Well, the problem is that you don't know if the orb is just gonna amplify it or make it target several more creatures.
Or
it's totally random what's gonna happen when you use the orb.
No,
that is kind of the fun of it.
Well, no, it's been pretty consistent in the.
Well, you do know that you have message. You can kind of just ask the orb what is gonna happen if you.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask the orb, like, do you know what will happen if I cast polymorph through you?
It sort of dims slightly to indicate that it's thinking. Then it brightens up and then it starts flashing in Morse code. But if you use message, it can actually respond to you in a voice.
Do I have message? I do not have message as a cantrip.
I think it's a cantrip, yes.
Yeah, it is.
I know, but I don't have it. So
okay.
I understand Morse code, so I will just speak to it in the way that I know.
Yeah, it starts flashing. And it responds, I don't know. Which is a very common response that it's gotten used to. So it flashes
know
it
where
really quickly.
Do you know where the door is that we're looking for?
You're asking the orb?
Yeah.
It quickly responds, I don't know.
Do you know the meaning of life?
It simply answers no.
Do you know your purpose here?
It dims slightly.
You already asked that, and it said, I don't know.
It dims
Hoping that
slightly.
it's given it some thought.
And it dims for about 15 seconds. And then it responds, I don't know.
Well, keep giving that some thought.
I want to ask the orb a question.
Go ahead.
Is there actually any difference between curry and curry?
It dims. And then after about 5 seconds, it comes back and it says, I don't know. Because it doesn't know what those things are, and it has no context for the answer.
So I'm gonna actually
with 2 different names, and they're exactly the fucking same.
So Matt, I'm actually going to, because I believe I can make images with prestidigitation or thaumaturgy, one of the two, like minor images. I'm going to spend my long rest teaching the orb.
Okay.
Teaching
So,
the orb
like,
what
things are. Does it know what things are? Like, does it know what curry is? It doesn't know what curry is. Curry is a spice. Curry is like this. It's hot. And then continue to explain and like teach it.
So you're gonna spend your entire long rest trying to learn it different types of spices. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, about everything that I can think of.
All right.
And try to encourage it to start asking questions.
I'm going to...
What is your favorite sex position, Mr. Orb?
If you ask it anything that requires a body or body parts for, it's not going to have any context for that, because it's simply a consciousness that exists inside a glass orb.
So in that case, it did not exist before it went into the orb.
Either that, or it has no memory of that. So it has no context of which to base that on. So it has no context for taste, smell, any of those senses.
Emma's hungry is cool if she has like little snacks.
Yeah, it has no...
Cool if she has like little snacks.
Yeah, it has no context for any of that, so...
Did we get the long rest without any...
Okay, before the long rest happens, Tabaki, I remember things that you said that you wanted to do. So, the first thing that Tabaki wanted to do was cast Legend Lore.
Yes, on the orb to see how we can activate it. And also, that's what Tabaki will do on before we head out. I'm just putting it out there so you guys can see.
Oh, that's what he wants to cast on you guys before you leave.
Cleric, you know.
He wants to cast
ward.
Yes, if you die, you have 1 HP instead.
Sweet, let's do it.
Replace it with freedom of movement if you prefer that.
Either way.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Warding bond.
I'll let you guys decide or think on that while I talk about Tabaki about the legend lore of the giant orb. There's quite a bit of lore. Can you roll up the specific spell for me?
Yes, legend lore.
Okay. Name or describe a person, place, or object. Spell brings to mind a brief summary of significant lore. Okay, great. Consists of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. Or
Why don't you
Everwood.
use that on the vault? Maybe there's some lore about the vault. No, I mean, it's a huge fucking vault with a lot of shit on it. People would talk about, ooh, do you know what's inside that vault? I heard there's a bunch of royal fuckheads inside.
Okay, and it gives you an example of what kind of information that I can give. But I have the information that I'm going to give you. So, the orb, it is called the Orb of Storms. And it funnels nature-based magic. Because there is quite a bit known about it. It's just that not many people can use it. It funnels nature-based magic, usually electricity, to create overwhelming storms that can take up miles and miles worth of area. And the Storm Lords, as they're called, which is the Vati, have harnessed this orb to create peace and harmony upon the plane of air. They usually fight against elemental chaos, so anything that ends up being chaotic, they summon a storm above it, just destroy whatever it is, and then get rid of the storm. And they can very easily control it. As long as you have enough power, you can control it. So you need sufficient magical power to control it. And the biggest legend is that the plane of air was very chaotic, the winds blowing all over the place, kind of like the places that you guys have been through before, or some of the party has been through before, like the wind walls and things of that nature. Just winds blowing in various directions all over the place. The whole plane of air used to be like that, but then they found the orb in the middle of the storms, and they harnessed its power to make it much more stable here on the plane of air. So it's basically a MacGuffin item, a very powerful magical item that can solve all your problems. Basically, if there's enough nature magic funneled through it, it can you can target strikes on very minute locations, things of that nature. So you can target something as small as a dime and not harm anything else around it if you are strong enough to control it. So
Yeah.
it's something that you definitely want to gain access to if you want to free this plane of the atrocities that are befalling it.
Yes, we'll also give that information to everyone after we're done talking.
Okay. So everyone has access to this information.
This is not the orb that I had before, right? The one that let me control storms?
No. That one let you control the weather, so you could more than create storms.
Okay, so this one is... Alright, it is different, right?
Yes, it is technically...
We're trying to find it?
Yeah, well, you guys, they know where it is. Some of your party knows where it is. They've seen it. They could have even interacted with it, but they were trying to fight a creature. So, they fought the creature instead, and then they got ambushed, and a bunch of bad stuff happened.
However, some other people might know something about the orb you're looking for.
That's true. And technically, it's not orb-shaped. It kind of looks like a red diamond.
Yeah, the diamond.
Does anybody like drop that they've seen this before, or is that nobody in this current group?
Actually, Howler recognizes you. So.
Do you drop that you know what this is?
Maybe. I know, but I definitely know what this red gem you're looking for.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Last I saw it, we sold it off.
And this is the seller. This is the guy that you sold it to.
Oh yeah, I recall. Didn't you buy it from me or from us?
Wait, who bought it from you?
Lucius bought the thing from Howler. He bought it for a lower price than what he was going to sell it for in a different land. It's actually part of your backstory that we discussed.
Oh, damn. Okay, so do I still have this or no?
No, you sold it. Because Howler said that he wanted to in the side story we did. He said he wanted to sell it to somebody who would sell it somewhere else in a different land, and that's what we did. And your character's from a different land, and you said you were interested in magical artifacts, so I just threw that in.
Okay, so I know where it should be right now.
You know who you sold it to. It is on the Burning Mound.
Okay, so I know where it is. Let's do our heist. If possible, we'll come back here for one more long rest, and then let's go get it. Oh man, we're probably gonna have to kill that guy.
Well, I'll agree on that. But we might
Explo
kill or
walks over
steal
and
from him. It's really gonna be one or the other. That's.
Well, I'm open for both. But we should step in the encampment first. There's a temple at the North Pole. That's where we organize most of the things on the material plane.
Wait a minute, are we going to the North Pole now?
Well, later.
Well, no, first we gotta rob.
First we gotta rob this one. Yeah.
The North Pole of my
Lawfully
world is
obtained.
much nicer than the North Pole in this world. It's a tropical rainforest.
Oh.
That sucks.
And unfortunately, Santa doesn't live there.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. What the fuck is Santa wearing then?
He doesn't live there.
Bathing suit?
Board shorts.
In Australia, you know.
Some shorts, a bathing suit, some shorts. He
Board shorts and a
definitely
tank
doesn't
top.
have a beard because it would be too fucking hot.
No,
he just has
does.
a
It's
Hawaiian.
just not
He
long.
has like one of those old people Hawaiian shirts.
He's got stubble.
Yeah, but he's still fat as fuck though.
Yeah.
He's fat as fuck. He sweats and he's got stubble. He's constantly shaving.
He's
but
kind
the
of
beard's trying to grow
and
out.
he's Jamaican, and he gives nice kids weed instead of toys.
His elves, their production is half the rate because
I
they're
would have
always
loved
high.
the shit out of that, Santa.
Let's just say Santa doesn't currently exist in my universe, but he might eventually.
Hey,
he might
I don't know what
now.
you're talking about, Matt. We just created him. We created
We
the
just
Santa
did
that should
create
exist in your world.
It's gonna end up that he saves the whole fucking universe. It's yeah, man, what's up, the man?
He acts just like Snoop Dogg. So like when you get in the circle with him and the joint, like the blunt or whatever gets to him, he's like, and he's talking to you and he's just taking hit after hit, and then you at one point are like, Santa, can you fucking take a hit on this shit? Like, what are you talking about? I'm taking a hit. Yeah, like, give me a second. I'll get to it. All right, hold on. Here's the hit. All right, there we go.
And then the whole thing ends up with him just saying, or something like that, and then the whole thing just fucking explodes.
I'm down for all this.
Either way.
Did we just level up?
All of it.
Creation milestone, Matt.
No. No. Okay, so the next thing is that Tabaki notices that there is an unconscious Lily just sort of laying in the corner.
Oh, you should probably help her.
They just put her on the floor, and she's just laying there. So Tabaki notices this.
I'll tell him you should go help her.
Sure. So Lucian comes up and sees that you notice this and says that you should go help her. So, Tabaki, it is in your court. And I'll let you control him.
I think Ben died.
Ben's dead.
Ben
He's
drowned.
faded from our reality.
Ben drowned.
Mm. That is like one of the first fucking creepypastas ever.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking love it. But it doesn't beat Pen Pals. Pen Pals is fucking awesome.
Did he die?
Come on, Ben 10.
Because I thought you put it there on purpose. Sorry, hold on.
Ben!
Ben 10 is back.
No,
Hola, Ben.
What's chiseling and nizzling, man?
I think I was speaking to my webcam the whole time, which is annoying, but okay. I was just saying that I will probably go sleep. Tabaki will just do great restoration and medicine stuff, and I'll take a long rest. So
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say that Tabaki noticed that she was unconscious.
yeah, and he will try and help. He has great restoration if that helps.
Yes, that does. So if he casts Greater Restoration, it would revive her.
Yeah.
And here's what immediately happens. She says, I need to go home. That's what she says.
Well, you'll not be going anywhere until your blood starts flowing back into your body.
She just
That
sort of
sounded
sits up.
so fucking wrong, man.
I mean, Tabaki is creepy. What can I do?
It's true. Either way, she just sort of sits up. She looks uncharacteristically solemn. And she just sits there, staring off in a different direction.
What's the matter with you, little person?
I need to go home.
Why?
I don't know if they're safe. And she starts welling up tears. Because her memories have been restored, which she didn't have before.
Oh.
I put a hand on her shoulder and I say, "Don't worry, they're probably dead."
Wow.
Well, Explo lost his dad as well, so.
Well, your circumstances were probably a little different. Either way, she goes, yeah, fuck you too. And she just sort of snuggles into her arms.
Well, if you want to go home, also patting her back, would it be like a sleight of hand check to like take the axe off her back and be like, well, you don't need that anymore?
You can try. She gets to roll perception against you.
Hold on, if it's sleight of hand, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to make that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
it would be sleight of hand.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what happens. 18.
Oh, damn, boy, a 9.
No, an 18. The first one was an 18. I just hit it twice.
Yes. So I need to pull up the Lee.
Timothy J attempted to make 4 rolls, but the results were never received. What?
Yeah,
what?
That's happening a lot.
Yeah,
that's happening a lot.
Just ignore
Maybe
it.
my fat finger hits it too many times. I don't know.
I think it might have something to do with the app, but I'm not sure on that one.
His fingers are just too fucking fat.
It's possible. I mean, it's good for chicks, but not good for technology.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, perception.
Moving on.
She rolled a 9, so she doesn't notice.
Excellent. So yeah,
That's fucking.
The only way that I picture it happening is I get it off her back. It immediately hits the ground because my guy's got an 8 strength, and this thing is a fucking great battle axe.
Yeah.
And then I just scrape it behind her, and then to the other side, making the noise. And then I wrap it, and then I slowly tilt it into my bag of holding after it's been sheathed, so it doesn't cut it
Sure.
open.
Sure. I'm gonna say that she's too focused on her memories that she has regained.
By the way, as soon as that's done, I give Howler and Explo a big grin, like I did a great job right there. Like I was super stealthy and like.
Yeah, Howler saw that you're very amateurish, but you managed to steal a huge thing off of somebody. So he just gets a little bit of pride, but whether or not he shows it is
A
up to
little
him.
bit of pride. He just stole a battle axe from a little
Off of someone's
halfling.
back.
But he
Or for
definitely
someone's
doesn't.
back, a little halfling's back that is currently on the floor crying because her family's dead. Good job.
I mean,
Definitely made
Howler
him
does
proud.
his,
I definitely made him proud.
Howler does
Yeah,
his
well,
best to
cruelty of
conceal
it makes me proud, but not the sleight of hand stuff.
Well,
That's
you would
why
have
it
to
was to
roll an
both of
insight
you.
to find out, because I'm not showing it.
I said it was up to him to show it, so.
Let's see, do I see it? Ooh! I see it.
So,
Wow!
I see it.
Sorry, the
I
DC was a
give the nod
25.
back.
The DC was a 25.
No, he rolled. It was a 21. I
Yeah,
beat it.
he rolled it was a 21. So
Oh,
he
fuck.
rolled a 24, so he saw it. You can see that he was definitely trying to hide it.
You
It's
rolled a
definitely
10.
not his thing to show this kind of emotion. So you
But,
I'm proud of myself. I'm definitely giving myself a pat on the back. Good job.
I will also head out now, like Howler will long rest, and I think I will log off, because it's
Okay.
been a while.
So I just want to close off. So if you guys don't mind just staying for another like 2 seconds.
Okay.
1, 2, bye.
Okay. Fine. 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. So
It's half at 3 in the morning.
yeah,
We've been half.
just a couple seconds. Okay. You guys finish your long rest, and as you guys awaken, the reason you guys awaken is because some of the civilians are trying to shake you guys awake, and you look over towards what they're trying to show you, and what you see is a dude in a very fancy tux-like outfit. He is currently standing on the edge of the circle, the safe circle, but he's standing on the inside. And he's just sort of standing there, waiting. And one of the civilians motions towards you guys and says, "He appears to be waiting for you."
Okay, I will stroll over.
Yeah, move
All right.
over to him.
All right.
5 more minutes, mommy.
All right. I'll let him sleep. Here's what happens. The guy, he has his hands behind his back, folded very delicately. He looks like a very professional butler. And he just sort of reaches one of his hands. It's a white gloved hand out from behind his back, and he offers a letter towards you guys. And
Mage hand will pick it up.
all right. He sees that you take it, and he says, "Very good, sir. We hope to see you at the event." And
Your
he just
master
sort of.
is.
Sorry? What did you say?
I say your master is.
Read the invitation. You'll see soon enough. And he
Well,
just sort of.
you're quite a lousy butler I've ever seen. I want to wish
You are
mockery him.
extreme. Yeah. As soon as he finishes, you are extremely rude and discourteous. You were asked for your master's name, and you cannot even give it.
Fine. He'll take the wisdom save. 12. So he takes some damage, and he goes, "It is not my duty." And he just walks
Do you
away.
not serve him?
He just glances over his shoulder. This is what he asked me to do.
Well, goodbye.
Yeah.
And
Space
To the
Man will
Batcave,
open the letter.
Alfred.
I
He
will
just
also-
walks away slowly.
I will
To the
also
Batcave, Alfred.
I will also stealth, and I motion towards the creature, and I'm going after it, just hidden. I mean, just some
No,
random.
I give you the
butler.
nod.
Yeah,
I'll give you the
what
nod.
creature?
Like, yeah, go.
and I will.
I'm gonna- If
Roll
I can,
the
I'm gonna have
stealth,
my.
and we'll see the results. Okay, he's not going to notice you. Okay, so we'll
If
get
it's
to that
possible,
next
can I-
time. But you guys
know,
can
if
read
it-
the letter if you wish.
If it's possible, I want to send my owl with Howler as well.
Okay, yeah. So the howler, you have a little. Well, I don't know what kind of owl it is. So to be fair, it might not be a little one, but it just you just have an owl
it's-
perched on your shoulder.
And this is actually a smaller grayish owl, something that can blend in with most things.
All right.
Yeah, it's like super small. Only weighs like 15 pounds.
And Howler, you sort of glance over, and it has these bright yellow eyes just looking at you.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll resolve that next time. But you can read
Open
the
letter?
letter if you wish.
Yeah, open the letter and read it.
All right, it says, "You have been cordially invited," and then underneath it has a blank space, and then it lists Lucius's name. It has his full name, Howler's full name, and title.
Does it? The title. That's the
Yes.
important part.
Yes, it has his title. It has Lily's full name, and it has Explow's actual name, which we can get into later.
Oh,
Um,
hey, since I'm reading this, if he gives me indication that that's his name, he's no longer called Explo. He's called like Andy or Buke or whatever the hell his fucking real name is.
I'll give him a chance to decide that for next time.
So you're telling
And
me
it-
my name is not my name?
Your Explo, I'm going to say, is a nickname. Your parents gave you a different name.
That's my slaver's name.
Yes, exactly.
Well, whatever
So
your
you don't
slaver's name is,
have
I'm
to
gonna
like
wake
it.
you up next time with that.
Well, do you know
You
what
don't
my surname is?
It has your name, and in the middle it has Explo in quotes.
Hmm.
So it's technically a nickname. But either way, I'll let you decide if you want to choose something stupid or cool or whatever. It's
Oh
up to you.
yeah, Howler's name is Garrett Howling Hill, actually.
Yes, and it has Howler afterwards. In quotes.
Garrett.
Yes, Garrett.
So what is your
I
full
would have
name,
chosen
Lucius?
Howler as well. Lucius.
What is your full name, Lucy?
Lucius Vice Lord.
Yeah.
I don't hide
Yeah.
it. I don't have these silly nicknames hiding from my name. I embrace what my name is.
Well, if you grew up like Expro grew up, you're not gonna want this your full normal name.
Yes.
Whatever you say,
He
Lucy.
grew up as a slave, and then he ran away to join thieves. So, yeah, his real name, if he used it,
Didn't you hear his comment when we climbed down the ladder to the murder room? This reminds me of my old childhood bedroom.
yes.
You
Yeah.
think that is a place for a child to grow up?
Either way.
Depends on what you're trying to get the end result to be.
Either way, it has those names, and it said you have been cordially invited above that.
Bye.
And it says, by the announcer, is all it says. To
At this point,
participate. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. He will turn to everybody and go like again. What is with the fucking nicknames? Can nobody just go with what their actual birth name was? The announcer? Jesus.
Yeah, that is what he is called. Unfortunately, he is a shadow creature, but you don't know that. But other people in the group would know that. So, either way, It says the announcer to participate in the let me see here. In fun and games, but it also lists the official event name, which is the Times of Torture and Tantamount Fun. Times of Torture and Tantamount Fun.
Ooh, sounds fun.
And where is it?
And it's taking place. It does list the location underneath that, which is the palace that you guys were planning on robbing.
Cool. So this heist is going to be a break-in and then a fuck off.
Well,
no,
you
this
have been
heist is gonna be a break-in and then a fucking party afterwards.
you've been cordially invited. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah. Expo looks at the two and just say, "You know this is a trap, right?"
Oh, 100%, which is why we should go with our original plan of just sneaking in polymorph style, get to the room, get our shit, split it with the door barred, and then we're done. I'll banish the two of you wherever you want to go, and then I'll banish myself where I want to go, and we
Okay,
be done with
so
this shit.
that's still the plan. However, Howler has split off from the group, and we're going to deal with that next. So that's where we end off.
Cool.